Anybody got anything going on? Anything fun?
Yeah.
Excuse
There
me.
you go.
I
That's fun.
do have
Fun.
an announcement for everybody's streams, though. Every content creator
Hey.
here. It's the last, what, 5-6 hours of September. So if you guys do want to, you get 25% off gifted subs for any channel, especially, you know, the 2 people that are live right now, like
Or,
Velcria and Zane.
You could just
should totally
you
do
could
that.
just do it to Zane and
Thumbs up.
shut the fuck up.
You can also Uno
Yeah,
reverse
you can
that.
totally-
You can
over to
also
Vel.
just
That's
double
crazy.
Uno reverse it and just slide all of it over to Zane.
Okay,
You
and
can
also an
plus
idea.
Subscribe to
4 it
anybody
over
who's
to
not
Vel.
streaming
You
That's
can
crazy, you
also
know,
whip
like,
and hit the
like
gritty and
myself.
instead just send it to Zeph.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Valid, yeah.
offline,
Honestly,
good.
I'm broke as hell. I need money for TwitchCon.
Damn.
I also do, but I feel bad, so I'm not going to ask. Coley was okay. So to my chat, Coley was a guest. That's why there was feature in the title. She's not an active party member. She's not part of the actual full cast.
Coley's character might be back, but
Yeah.
not
One day.
Guests
Yeah, one
can
day, one day.
return.
They're still in the world.
Yeah, guests can return. Their lives are still
Through the
in our
stars.
little universe and whatnot that we've created.
Yeah.
Do not do this to me, Zane. Don't do that to me.
What?
Zane, why
What'd
don't
I
you put
It's Stein. It's
Oh.
pronounced Stein.
Oh.
Tin.
Wait,
I
how
don't
did
think I ever said your
Please.
last name.
did you say tinned?
Whoops.
He did.
No.
Tinned has 2 N's.
There's
dashing
no
tint.
proof.
Dashing tint.
Zane,
Proof.
tinned has 2 N's.
Oh, there's no proof. Shut up.
Zane.
Serious question, actually, Zane. Is English your first language?
Unfortunately.
Okay. Then you have no excuse.
I
don't
heard
have an excuse. I'm
taint.
just
No,
really bad
do
with
not
the
say that you
language.
heard taint. No.
No, please.
We are not disrespecting
Zeph,
our
what's
boy
your
like
full name?
this.
What's the rest of it?
Oh,
Say again?
Zeph?
Uh,
What's the rest of his set?
Open my stream and you can just copy paste the title.
Yeah, it's Alcea, right?
ALCEA.
It's all
Yeah,
spelt out
Alcea.
already for you,
Alcea.
Zane.
I'm sorry.
Like-
I'm sorry,
like-
Zeph.
Yeah.
I'll say you later.
You just.
I'll say something right now. Fuck are you?
I was like, if
I'll
you
say
want,
I'ma
I can
put this
just
dick in your mouth.
DM you. I swear to
Then
God.
do it.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
God damn. Love it. Here for it.
Yeah, but we had Texas Roadhouse for the first time today.
Ooh,
Apparently, shit's good. Yeah. But
First
apparently,
time?
Yeah, first time. I've never had Texas
is
Roadhouse
good.
actually, so I'm like, I'm
Yeah, no,
excited
it's
to go
good.
there at some point. Yeah,
Um,
there's one just a few
you
miles
just
away.
gotta
I'm
be
excited.
careful of what exactly you get, because sometimes it can be dry, but it's pretty good. It's very
By the way-
reminiscent of Logan Roadhouse.
Val.
What?
Oh, okay.
I moved my my glitch sticker just for you.
There we
He
go.
loves me, chat. See, he
Hell
doesn't
yeah.
give me
Just-
trauma on
just for
purpose.
you. There you go.
He doesn't
No, he
traumatize
does.
me on purpose. Shut up.
No, he does.
You could have just like let me have this.
Nope.
No.
I am offended. I would never emotionally traumatize my players on purpose.
Amy.
I mean, you kind of emotionally traumatized me with the Leo shit earlier. I won't lie. Like, I was feeling it, dude. I was fucking actually pissed off my mind.
Yeah,
I love how so into character we get sometimes.
we
It's
do.
appreciated. Very appreciated.
Zane, if anything, you could just take Zeph's reactive PNG specifically and just remove ours from the group
Yeah.
and just have
You can
his
just-
like
yeah, you
next to
can just-
yours.
You can just hide your,
Oh.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can hide the group source and then just have mine be the only one showing, so that way I'm just all by myself. I can be next
Do
to
you?
As much
Do you
as
know
I
how to
love my
grab
brother, man. Brother, man.
Do you know how to get the individual ones, Zane?
He sent me his individual one, so I'm gonna
Okay,
use
sick,
that.
cool.
We don't need to hurt his brain to do
Yes.
that.
I'm loony.
He's learning.
The sweet
There
country
he
grandma told
is.
me I eat like a crow, but a pretty one. What?
There I am. I'm a sleepy boy.
Oh, he's EP.
Beepies.
And then I wake up.
Bum, bum, bum,
He's
bum.
uppies.
The Zeph is EP.
Did you hold on?
There
I'm
we
sorry.
go.
Wait a goddamn minute. Zin, what is next to Vel?
Senna.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
She is not a champ in League of
Oh
Legends.
shit. I defaulted to that.
Zane, it's literally in the world notes.
Oh,
I
whoopsies.
love the scuff.
Oh,
I
so
love the
good.
scuff.
Oh,
I
she's
appreciate your
cool.
scuff so much, Zane.
I am
Fantastic.
so glad that Zane's one
I've
of my
played
best
League
friends.
for too long.
Also,
appreciate
you need
your
to teach
stuff.
me League.
I'm gonna dab you. What?
Bro, I can teach
You
you
need
too.
to teach me
I can
League.
teach you by uninstalling the game for you.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
great. I've done it
I'll
like
teach you how to
4
play TFT
times.
'cause it's better than regular League of
Oh,
Legends.
fair.
I've
So,
tried TFT
Zane,
and it hurt
Smell,
my
and I
brain.
playing League. Smile.
TFT's a lot of brain hurty.
Yeah.
But it's better than regular League.
This is true. Okay.
It's like I've been trying to get into League for like
Seth.
2-3 years now, and I just can't understand it.
Okay,
And then I'll
so
go into
Zane,
Valorant,
Bill,
and it's
I are
like
gonna
nothing.
play League, and it's gonna be terrible.
Woo!
Yeah, we'll just run it down.
Hell yeah.
There we go. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Hold on, let me like. There you go.
Just put it.
This is, like, this is a very scuffed setup, but it'll work.
Honestly,
fine.
I'm
It works.
for it. I'm for it.
We're in a little pentagram.
Yeah. Also, Blee
Yeah.
plays a ton of League. What the fuck?
I didn't know that.
And they're trash. Yeah, they're trash at it. Just like me. I'm kidding, Blee. You're okay, I guess. I guess. It's fine. I'm awful at it. I'm a fucking support main.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the start recording button. Anyway, so as
Okay.
as
Yay.
Dashing asked earlier, anyone got cool things going on?
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, guys?
My
What's up?
birthday
What's
tomorrow.
going on? True.
Yeah, that is.
Chat.
cool.
This is a threat. You better say happy birthday
Yep, right now. Say happy birthday.
right now.
Everybody, happy birthday.
Happy
right
early birthday.
now.
No.
Happy birthday.
No,
birthday.
fucking happy birthday.
It's midnight somewhere.
Yeah, not in the United States.
I don't give a
midnight
shit.
somewhere.
It's fucking birthday time.
Yep. We need happy birthday
I
songs.
hope.
already
I
done.
really. Can we
Already
just
done.
have like the most scuffed
God.
happy birthday song at the end of
I'm down.
the section?
I'm down.
Or we could do it now so he's forced to listen to it and he can't just leave.
And it'll be recorded too. It'll be
Yeah.
on the VOD.
It'll
Oh
be
my
singing in
God.
different pitches so it
It-
sounds
Oh,
It'll
dude,
be on
actually-
the YouTube video.
Actually,
Woo!
dude, speaking of bees, did you guys know that they actually recently discovered a new type of bee? It doesn't actually
Yeah.
produce honey. It actually
Yeah, it produces milk, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's called a booby.
Aha.
Oh, that's my favorite type of beer.
Honestly,
dude.
yeah.
Love it.
I
Here for it.
There we go.
You know,
Oh, can take
I
off my
really
heart
should
rate
think more
monitor
about what
now.
the fuck I've got going on, man. I never do.
Anyway, so we're singing happy birthday?
Yes.
Oh,
At the end of this or right now?
If we do it right now, he can't
Singing
leave. If we
different
do it
pitches.
at the end, he
What if-
has
what
to
if we
yeah,
all- what if we
he can leave.
all-
could.
what if we all sing in character?
Oh,
Oh
no.
my
Wait, can we actually do it as part of the session?
It's about to be Monday,
Oh.
isn't it?
We could. We could.
It's
It
literally-
is,
It's about to be the next day, right?
it is about to be the next day.
We're
celebrate my own fucking birthday. It's,
Hell yeah,
it's
let's
only become
go.
Cyrus's birthday, and it's just like, oh, great.
They said
we have
did
to
102,
figure something
Zeph.
out with the twins because it's gonna be weird.
Yeah, I guess you guys never really established when your characters' birthdays were, so.
This is
Nope.
true. Zeph's,
We lied.
Cyrus's is canonically today.
We lied about our birthday. It's fine.
Yeah, we
So,
forged our birth
Cyrus's-
certificates so it looks like we're not twins, but we are.
Cyrus's-
Totally different days.
And that's
So
why
Cyrus's
Cinna's the
birthday
older.
is August 13th? Are we forcing that on him?
Yes, so.
Oh, is it August 14th right now?
It's August 13th. It's
Oh,
about
well,
to
it will
roll
be.
over.
Yeah, we're,
it's about to
we're
roll over to
canonically
August 14th.
forcing it to be August 13th.
Or 14th. Yeah.
It changes every year
14th,
depending on
whichever
when
one.
our birthdays hit in the campaign.
Oh my god.
Jesus. All right. Well, if nobody has anything really going on, nothing happening in
Yeah,
their
I'm
lives.
just a new color. That's about it.
Zane did his
and
first
it's
Apex casting.
Fantastic. Oh my god.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Zane did his
We
first
did,
Apex
it was a
casting.
tournament yesterday. I feel like I did decent well.
You did so fucking well. Like, I
uh,
clicked in and I was listening during my stream and I was like, you sound like a professional caster.
Yo,
Nah,
let's
nah.
go.
You know, hype me up.
He's correct.
I tabbed in at one
Good,
point
thank
of
you,
where he
yeah.
watched a guy fall up the map and he goes, and I think this person just fell off the map, and as soon as he said that, their death box appeared and I just lost it.
That was a good moment.
And yep, they're gone.
Oh, yep, they did. And anyway, so now it is a 2v1v3. Oh, they're rezzing. Never mind. It's a 3v3.
And they clutched it. That
They
team
did.
won. It was
They fucking
great.
won even though the guy fell off the
Oh.
fucking map.
That was hilarious.
Well, he can
Oh.
fall off that map, but you know who's not gonna be on a map tonight? Probably, maybe, hopefully. I don't know. You guys could end up in battle. Who can say for sure? But we'll
Surprise
find
party
out.
wipe.
Because it's Persona time. Woo! Hooray! Yay! Welcome. Hello. Yeah. So, hello. Welcome.
Very yips, very yay.
I see Naveen's
Welcome,
name in the logs, and I'm sad.
We miss David. Who knows? Maybe you guys will see her again.
Hog.
But speaking of Naveen, last time on Persona D&D, you guys met Naveen. She fell from the sky from another world. Kind of wild, kind of crazy.
And
You
then
got
we
into a
killed her.
fight. Well, you know, you almost killed her. Actually, you guys didn't almost kill her. The the twins, Chemo and Komi, almost killed her. Straight up. However, with the intervention of Istis, she was spared and then healed. But she also did awaken to her persona, Thanatos, who took the form of her elder sister who had passed away when she was a child, Opal. You
Kinda
guys
creepy.
had a, well, you know, a little bit weird, but a little bit interesting too. But that's besides the point. We don't need to, you know, worry about what gods are doing with their lives. Although we did learn that Lathander has a cookbook, so that was cool. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Master
side
Chef
note,
Lathander.
Also, side note, because I just remembered about that interaction. I made an addendum to my schedule.
Oh,
Put that in mind.
oh,
Yo?
okay. Fucking whoop!
Let's go! I see that. That's awesome.
Let's go! Oh my god, I love that. Okay. Yeah.
Belle, you might want to adjust me now.
Oh, you're tall. Also, you should like maybe
Yeah.
you have hips. What the fuck?
I do.
Do you have legs?
No.
He's got
My
like
child has
kneecaps,
my
kind
ankles.
of.
And I have my thick thighs, and that's all that matters.
that is all that matters.
I'm proud of you, Chad.
Four
Um,
big guys. They bounce on your thighs.
Well, with the way he is right
But
now,
not-
he's kind of
not
just
to
sitting
not
on
to
Zeph.
get distracted by the thigh thirst. I will continue with my recap.
Sorry.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Um, you had a conversation with Istis and learned that 4 more beings had made their way through the veil, and she asked you to eliminate them. Although, after asking some questions, you learned that perhaps there was an opportunity to recruit them. You were then asked by Istis to take Naveen and Thanatos, to which Naveen fervently requested it be named Opal instead. Thanatos be named Opal. It was, you know, quite the moment to witness. Every time it was Thanatos, you mean Opal. Thanatos, Opal. Thanatos, Opal. But anyway, you guys made your way to the High Forest, and you began exploring to where you fought and recruited all 4 beings that made their way through the veil. 2 madcaps, a golem-like knight, and a fire elemental. I believe 2 of you were the ones that recruited them, Cyrus and Cinna.
Yes.
Yes.
Satisfied with your mission, you made your way to the receptionist, where you were fully healed, back up to snuff, and sent back to the entrance of the High Forest. You re-met up with Komi and Chemo, who one of them was wearing a dunce cap, and they both had signs that said, "I get no food for dinner to atone for my mistakes." and they solemnly apologize for their actions in jumping to assumptions and attacking Naveen straight up. And Chemo said to Naveen that Istis would like to speak with her further, while Comey brought you guys back to the academy where you had left Naveen. You said your goodbyes, assuming that she would be sent home, as that is what Istis had inclined to be the case of what would happen upon finishing this mission. As you return back, however, you realized that the previous earthquake that had caused everybody to go into an absolute frenzy has sort of calmed down a lot, as the town guards and just guards around the academy itself have sort of gotten everything under control and calmed the student body. It was kind of a moving back in sort of deal where things were back to normal. As you all made your way back into the academy, however, Sent, you felt a grip on your shoulder, and turning around, you were greeted face to face with Alessandra. And she just smiled at you.
Oh.
And that is where we ended game. That is where we are starting game. Leading right off, Alessandra is smiling at you, Sent, grinning ear to ear. All of you are standing there.
I forgot about this.
What are
Fuck.
you all doing?
Can I just walk away?
Immediately just
You can certainly try.
Do I
Gonna
notice
follow
her?
after him. I'm gonna be like,
You all know her. You all notice her as Sent turns around and is just not face to face, but he's standing a few feet away, and Alessandra is standing there.
Sent is just gonna just stand up as straight as he can and just like shiver running down his back.
Mhm.
Like just look. He's just gonna stay silent. He's not gonna say anything. Just gonna look her in the eyes. Well, look down on her, I guess.
Yeah, she's significantly shorter than you.
Yeah.
She'll look at you and then look at the rest of your party, and her eyes will meander back to yours, and she'll say, "Well, good evening, Sense. I think it's time to have a conversation. Do you have time?"
we're here too.
They are here too.
Her eyes are gonna dart over to you, Cyrus, and she'll smile at you and say, "This is a conversation between Sent and I. Sent,
cool. So we
how
can get
about
food. Bye.
farewell? Let's go somewhere
Yay.
private."
I'm snagging Dan and going to the cafeteria.
Dane will
Wait.
nod and just turn and go with you.
Nah,
Sure.
nice.
Give me one moment. He's gonna walk up to Cinna. If you want, you can follow behind and listen in, unless you're busy. This is all in deep. Yeah.
She's just gonna nod silently.
Hmm.
And then she's going to keep space behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's gonna just follow suit.
Following suit, Alessandra is going to lead you all the way to the student council offices, right to her office. She is not going to say a single word to you the entire way. Are you saying anything to her?
Not a word.
Okay. As they are walking away, Cyrus, what are you doing?
Well, I'm just by myself. That's great. Nobody tells me anything.
I haven't left yet, have I?
If you are trying to keep your distance, you would stay behind with Cyrus for,
I'm gonna
10
grab
seconds
his
of
arm
period.
and he's gonna follow with me.
Oh,
Don't.
okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Eat food for me.
Okay. I'll eat
All
double.
right. So, following at quite the distance, are you guys trying to be sneaky about it, or are you
Yes.
just... Okay,
Yes.
go ahead and roll stealth checks.
Oh, that's I thought that was a 9. Oop.
Yeah, if I think the only time
17.
that Scent will actually try to provide any sort of distraction is
Mhm.
if she turns around to
Okay.
like see what's going on.
So, Cinna, you think you're pretty good. You think that you're kind of definitely keeping your distance, but Cyrus, you're trying to kind of also, keep silent, but there's a lot of people around, walking back into the academy post this, earthquake that just happened. And you're just bumping into people. It's really not going well. You're trying to weave through like Cinna is, and you're just, and people are just kind of pushing you and just get out of the way. What are you doing?
Sorry, God, I'm walking here.
And all of that, Alessandra is gonna start to turn around to look to see what's happening behind her, a little further back. What are
A-
you doing to try and grab her attention?
As she does, he's gonna just kind of like walk up right next to her
Mhm.
and just very casually, slightly in front of her to like get her to try to like look forward again.
Mhm.
So, how do I word this? So, how was your second week in school? Did all of your courses go well? Has everything been going well with your branch of the student council?
Her attention is gonna drift back to you. Cyrus, you can go ahead and re-roll at advantage.
Thank Christ. Nat 20, baby.
Ooh,
Good,
yeah,
okay.
silent as
Ooh.
hell. You are a ghost.
Okay, I'm good now, Santa. Sorry.
Uh, Alessandra will look at you and she's gonna shake her head and it's been far too busy for my liking, but
It's man.
1 week since you
that's
looked at me.
that is how the advisor role goes, and Blaine is quite the slave driver, although we're not talking about him right now. We're almost there.
That's fair. The silence was a little deafening, is all.
Sorry.
No, that's
I'm
fine.
just trying to save the conversations for a more private setting.
Business is business. I understand entirely.
Mhm.
Rich man.
And so you. Damn it. So you arrive at her office. She walks in and leaves the door open for you to close behind you.
Mm.
Are you?
He's gonna as he's closing the door, just kind of like while he was walking, he in one hand. I'm sorry, I should have said this earlier. Was
Mhm.
just folding one of his playing cards into
Okay.
multiple, I would say eighths at this point.
Mhm.
And as he's closing the door, when he's slides it, he's gonna hold the door handle behind his back, and as he's doing that, he's gonna slide the card into the door to keep it cracked open just a little bit.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check. Okay. You're fairly confident that what you were trying to do worked.
Hmm.
You're not totally sure, though.
Was there any sort of visual indication on her face that she noticed any of it?
She was walking towards her desk, so as you're kind of walking in, this was more to see if you were able to do it without looking.
Okay.
But you're fairly confident you were able to do it, but you're not totally sure.
Okay. There wasn't I'm assuming there wasn't a click or anything on the door or anything like that.
No, there was not.
Okay. Good. All right. He's gonna go sit down.
Okay. And she sits at her desk. Cinna and Cyrus, you shortly afterwards make your way to the door. What are you guys doing when you get there?
I'm going to look to see if there's any indicators to see if it's cracked open or something.
Okay, make a perception check.
Doop 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 boop boop. 20, dirty
Yeah.
20.
Woo!
There is ever so slightly the smallest crack in the door. It seems like there's something wedged into where it would click shut, and that is just barely keeping the door from fully closing.
Oh, we're gonna use our little Leonin self to listen.
Okay.
I guess I will attempt to, even though I am but a wee lad.
She's
Go ahead and
just
roll a
gonna
perception
head pat
check.
him while he does that.
Oh wait, I rolled stealth on accident. Good thing I rolled stealth on accident
Oh
there.
my
Oh, it is a
shit.
good thing you rolled stealth.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
I accidentally fat fingered the enter key on my numpad and it just rolled over. I was still hovering over stealth, so
All good.
cool.
Go
You
and
said
roll
perception, right?
Perception, yes. I'm gonna carry over your 20.
Let's
So,
go. Thank you. You'll make my life easier.
you're welcome. And the 17 is also good enough.
Cool.
So, as you sit down, Sense, she does not waste any time.
Hmm.
She sits back in her chair and she says, "So, you're asking about my week. How is yours? How was your weekend with your new position?"
I found it productive. I found my team, my newly formed and full team got got the entirety of what we needed done together.
Oh. So you were able to fully backfill in the void of all of Victor's cronies
I
having left.
I was, yes. It's filled with many people whom I trust, and I guess that does lean into the business we are speaking of as well tonight.
Glad to hear it. Well, I do hope that you did leave some room, as I suppose we should talk about the elephant in the room. So what do you say, Sent? You've thought about our deal long enough.
I have, and
And she starts smiling. The grin is just growing.
why do you want something so badly out of me? Why do you want this favor from me?
If I told you what the favor was before I even asked for it, then it wouldn't be any point to this at all.
I don't care for the what. All I care for is the why.
Ah. Because, Sent, we live in a very much so dog eat dog world, and having a favor from the head of the disciplinary committee would be paramount in any sort of situation I might find myself in.
Why would you choose to take advantage of someone for wanting to make sure their friends are safe over just, oh, I don't know, interacting with them, having a sort of relationship formed with them, be it a friendship or acquaintanceship or business partnership, anything like that? Why choose to go this route?
Because you're too naive for the political world.
You'll think I'm naive.
Hmm.
Why the fuck would you think that?
It doesn't matter why I think it or I don't. What matters is this is what I'm asking for. This is the deal.
You
If you don't like
realize
it,
my family are nobles. My family is a group who
right?
grew up as leaders of a city, and you
And you
call
are
me
correct.
naive?
You are correct, and I am as well. Now, think of it this way, from my perspective, of course.
Mm.
You are in your position as you are, and you do have some sway in your family as well with the disciplinary committee. Me, I am going to one day rule as my own city state. Why wouldn't I want this favor?
Give me a reason to give you this favor besides having my best friend be safe from the shit that you put her through.
Please. I don't do anything that would hurt Bernie intentionally. If you're talking about the duel we had, it's water under the bridge. I've already discussed it with her and subsequently apologized. We are on much better terms now, and it is not, as you say, a bad situation at all. If anything, I'm grooming her to take over for me once I graduate, so
Please don't use the word groom.
you're taking it out of context.
I've only ever heard it in that context.
Yes, setting her up for success. You
Thank
prefer
you.
that?
Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you. This is my friend we're talking about.
Indeed.
Mm. If you're setting her up for success and you're making sure she does well in the future for her career,
Of
and you
course.
can you at least promise me that she will be treated well if I leave if I choose to leave her here with you?
If you choose to leave her here with me, then whatever I do with her is my business.
Hmm. Hmm. I don't approve of any of this. Either side of this stupid fucking coin.
You don't have to approve. And that's the beauty of this for me.
I'm keeping a fucking eye on you. And he just walks out.
Before you walk out, she is going to tap on her desk and say, I need an answer.
I'm keeping an eye on you and what you do with Bernadetta.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure she is very successful. If you are cruel to her, there will be consequences. And he walks out. Does not respond afterwards. Anything she does, he leaves.
So you go and you open the door. Suddenly you are greeted with Cinna and Cyrus standing there. Alessandra gets up from her desk and she walks out the door after you. Looks down at you, Cyrus and Cinna, chuckles.
They knew of the whole situation anyways. It doesn't fucking matter. Let's go.
A denial, then.
I think the man was pretty clear.
Goodbye.
Come back in.
Why the fuck should I?
Because you'll like what you have to hear. And she just walks back into her office.
You get one more fucking chance. I'm pulling Cinna in with me.
Yeah. Cyrus, you can come in as well.
Thanks, I like to be included.
She walks back in and sits down at her desk.
He's not sitting.
Now, as for this deal, I'm not surprised that you were denying it. This was, of course, all part of the game. If I'm being honest, I really thought you were going to accept. But I'm actually pleasantly surprised that you denied me. Of course, it's unseemly of a noble to ask something of another noble like this. And of course, you don't trust a word out of my mouth currently.
Why
But
should I?
because what I'm about to say next is going to please you, or it won't. Maybe you'll just hate me. But that's of little consequence.
Please get to the point.
I intentionally asked something of you that is unreasonable. It's a test of character. There's been too much corruption going on within the council lately, and I needed to make sure you were legit. So, congratulations, Sent, on passing. Cinna, Cyrus, I commend you for being great friends to your brother and your party member. And, Cyrus, welcome to the council as well. You are free to have Bernie. She is yours to take, free of charge.
No catch.
No strings attached.
Why?
I just told you why. I was testing you.
But why were you testing him? Why are you testing us
Because,
by extension?
like I just told you, there's been too much corruption going on within the council, and I needed to make sure that you were all up to snuff. And if you had accepted my deal, you wouldn't have passed.
You know I
There has
didn't
to be
take this
more.
position because I wanted to, right? I took it because I felt I needed to.
Mm-hmm. And you see, that information I did not have. All I was told was that you're the new head of the disciplinary committee.
If I may interject,
Please.
Please.
before anyone, she glares at Scent, loses their temper, and forgets what position they've been put in. How do I word this? I don't think us taking Bernice is the smart decision at this current moment in time, especially as the fact of you see her as something incredible that she can be, and we just want to support her on that fact. The other part of it is, you are correct that there are corrupt members currently within the student council. He's wary
so you are
because
aware.
we're mostly wary of trying to figure out who is on what side and everything, especially because a lot of plans that are happening are very not good. So, I think the biggest concern that we had with Bernice in your sphere was her attachment to the treasurer.
Mhm. Yes, Blaine. What a fool. He likes to pretend that he's a goody-goody or that he's a good person, but there is nothing good about that man. He is rotten written all over him. He has been embezzling funds since he got into that position. I've been trying to prove it, although I don't have evidence, but I know that he's doing it. There'd be no reason for us missing money otherwise.
Then I think we could make quite good allies.
He's not the only member of the council who's not upstanding as they should be.
Oh, I've noticed.
And it seems if you already know who it is, then I need not say who I think.
A certain new member.
Then I think we already know who we're talking about.
Hmm. Does she have a look of just genuine, are the words that she's saying, like, does she truly believe that, like,
Make an insight check.
what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, there is corruption here, that, like, she does want to change it?
Mm-hmm.
20.
Yeah, it seems like her whole demeanor has changed from when you walked into the room till now. It seems like she is being way more open and honest than she has probably ever been with you since you've met her.
I'm going to look at Scent to see what he thinks for a second.
His shoulders are just going to slightly relax a little bit. Just look over to her and just very lightly under her breath. For now, trust.
Nodding, understanding now exactly where we are.
Hmm.
With the side that we are on currently, all we know is Cho's position is in danger. We don't know when exactly, but it's not good.
If I could name the number of times that show's been in jeopardy, I couldn't even count that high.
This is more of a doing one thing to get the bigger fish in life, I guess is a good way to say it.
The short and long of it is, I feel as I have not been privy to any of the previous instances of shows being targeted. But this feels as though there's more to it than just simply gunning for show's position.
Hmm.
And
What are you proposing? On a larger scale?
much, much larger. I know the individual in question quite well. And
Is
he
it
has a
this
grudge.
individual that we've talked about already in this conversation?
Sin is going to nod.
Hmm.
Yes.
Seems to be the forefront of it all.
And then he's a little more dangerous than any of us would have previously thought.
Very. Even though he doesn't present it as such.
Considering the treatment of Ionos currently.
Yes, quite so. I've already tried to have a conversation with her already about it. But she won't have it, and she won't listen.
She doesn't have much of a choice.
She's like a bird trapped in a cage.
He kind
and
of
her wings are
winces
soon to
hearing
be
that.
clipped.
Yeah. Scent just kind of winces hearing cage.
And what did you say, Cyrus?
Her wings are soon to be clipped.
It would be an international incident.
There would. And that's exactly what they intend to have happen.
Considering
In his own way, and we don't know how how soon he'll choose to accomplish his greater goals, but for now it starts here at the student council.
But we've been assuming this is why some of the funds from the treasury have gone missing.
It makes more sense now knowing that.
Supporting a cause.
The big cause.
There are also a lot more people involved than I think you might realize. There's quite the spider web of people.
Do you have a number?
I'll glance to Scent and kind of gesture and be like, do you have an idea?
What was the exact number, Yashing?
It was like
Six-
15, 16 people.
Over a dozen.
And there could be more.
Only the
She's
ones we saw.
She's gonna write a note, 16, on her desk, or a dozen or so.
Yeah, all he said was over
16.
a dozen. Yeah.
Like
16
16
works.
plus. 16 plus is what she's gonna write. That's a little worrying. But
They are all of considerable influence, both in the student council and internationally.
The biggest step right now, I think, that we could take is to intercept the squire position for show.
well, luckily for all of us, Joe has no intentions of ever taking a squire at this current time.
Hmm.
I don't know if the word I would use here is lucky.
I'm worried.
His two aides that he has are useful. They are trustworthy.
One is my sister.
Indeed. They're both very trustworthy, and I do trust that they can help Sho should he need it. They are always with him.
Well, my brain is playing a multi-tiered level of chess at the moment, so please excuse if this is me speaking out of turn. Regardless of how Sho feels and how capable his aides are, considering the information that Sent and I are privy to and the amount of information we can continue to be privy to, maybe trying to coordinate someone being Sho Squire to feign aid towards this cause could benefit us more than just simply letting things stay as they are.
The position sitting open is more of a risk than it being filled. As long as it is not filled by someone by that cause, or if it is filled by one of us, it tends to be more helpful than hurtful. I fear that if it was someone other than us, there is a high chance that this certain somebody could get their hands on them, as they did
And
Ionas.
realistically speaking, and take no offense to this, Cinna, it would have to either be Sent or myself, considering we are the ones whom are getting deeper into this coup.
I fear that is
Choice
why
words.
I fear the problem is the deeper you get into the coup, the more you might want to spill to him. If either of you even spills a drop to show, the flags drop up. Their guard is going to raise.
That's what worries me.
Well, Sent, you can't exactly abandon your position at this current moment, considering you just filled it. So, if that was the case, if you are already neck deep, Cyrus, you're next man up. You just were appointed to the disciplinary committee, but that's not a problem if you're getting promoted to be a squire. Are you able to keep your mouth shut?
I certainly can. I have a lot more personal matters at stake in this as well. And so it'd be up to my utmost importance to make sure I don't jeopardize anything
Well, being the son of a cardinal, I would imagine that you have had direct involvement with the vice president's positions.
Yes, Ios and I are familiar with each other.
And her squire as well.
Her squire is, or was, someone I considered a brother.
For the time being, keep it as is. Yes?
Yes.
Keep your enemies close, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will speak with Sho about this.
Hmm.
You have my support.
It's much appreciated.
And
It's
for
nice to know
now-
that we won't be carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders alone.
For now, you have our trust.
Mhm. Well, let me prove to earn it.
Hmm.
And same goes for you, even though you've already passed my test. This is a trust exercise after all.
For an exercise. You made me want to rain out your throat. I'll be fucking honest.
That was the point, Sen.
Mm.
If I'm not
She
playing,
still looks genuine over all this.
she does.
Okay.
And she says, if I'm not playing the villain properly, then you wouldn't have believed me. Although my spat with Bernie was legit, she did challenge me, and I am of the belief that I do need to assert my position, although Sho has corrected me on this, and as my prince, I have followed his lead, and I will do better. And you can trust me. I do have Bernice's best position at heart.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Since you do have her best interests at heart, would it still be of your I mean, if you of course have the time, would you still be able to, interact with her and show her that you do mean well and that you do want to help coax her into a fine leader for the future? Even
That was
though I am
always
taking
my
her.
that was always my intention. Whether or not she stays in my department and goes to yours, I intend to be here for her indefinitely.
Good. Because she
Please
needs
no
a
more
friend.
fights with her. Please no more fights with her.
No, I don't intend to be fighting her anytime soon. I've been watching her train with your elder brother, and she's been getting very good very quickly.
He's just gonna
Everywhere.
look over at Senna. He's gonna look over and waggle his eyebrows.
She's going to just raise her hand and go, if you say anything, I will slice your tongue off.
He's gonna stay silent. He's gonna stay silent. Just the
See?
waggling eyebrows.
See, Sent, I've learned better.
Yes, sandwich
For the most part.
thrower.
We're not going to talk about that here.
Anyway,
Is not the point here, yes?
there is a concern with Bernice at the moment in time, too. Not that she's involved with this, just a state of her mental well-being.
Oh, well, yes, I'm well aware she came in crying the other day. And even this morning, she looked worse for wear.
May I ask, did she at any point speak of us? My sister and I?
I talked her out of her mood that she was in, but she wouldn't say what caused it or what is currently causing her misfortunes.
Hmm.
She just needs a genuine friend that approaches her, that is not given to her.
Mm. Well, friend or not, more of a mentor position.
That's correct, but
If she's looking for a genuine friend, then I think she's already got two, no?
that is where we've hit the crossroad of the perception is warped. Where to all of us, it seems it could be good. In her own head, it could be something that is bad.
Perhaps some more counseling then. I'll talk to her a little bit as well. And see if I can get anything out of her, although I'm not going to force her if she does not wish to speak on it. But I do suggest if there are issues amongst you and dear Bernice, then it would behoove you and it would help me if try to patch things up.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. As to
Yes.
the situation as early as you know, information is kind of our strong suit, so you will be informed if anything else comes up.
Yes, my door is always open, and if I'm not here, then someone else will be here to take a message, or you can request to see me, whatever.
Mhm.
I mean, you know where my dorm room is, so it's not exactly like we're strangers.
Odd question. What languages do you
Yes.
speak?
That is an odd question. Why do you ask?
We're at least curious.
If anything, consider it a one small exercise of trust.
Well, in my time as the next leader, I would say learned 7, 8, maybe 9. I'm working on a 10th.
What about deep speech?
I've dabbled. It's not exactly my strong suit.
As a trust exercise,
Mm-hmm.
working with people that are fluent, she's going to flick her fingers between her and Scent. It's a great way to keep around messages in private.
Well,
Yeah.
not many people know deep speech. It is a older language. I'm surprised that both of you are fluent. It's quite tricky.
Bernice is too.
Interesting.
I'm learning.
Yes.
He
Then maybe
insulted
I
our sister
shall-
later.
I didn't know what I was saying in my defense.
Then perhaps I will take it upon myself to pick it back up and see what I can do.
She's going to nod. Well,
Well then, no time like the present. I will see if I can speak with Sho.
I'll
you'll
keep my
excuse me.
ears open. And Senna goes to leave.
Okay. She also gets up to walk out. Now, if you have anything further for me, you know where to find me. Have a good
Understood.
rest of your Sunday. Have a great night. Have a great school week. I'm sure that I will be seeing you more.
Indeed.
Nice.
Then she leaves her office. What are you guys doing?
She's going to 180 turn on her heel and dagger at Scent.
Is she? So she's gone.
Yeah, you can hear footsteps leaving down the hall.
What part of noble conversation and noble etiquette did you forget?
You know, in his defense, one, we did just go through a lot today, and two, sometimes it's hard to keep face when it's a personal matter. I would know.
I am aware, but even with that, as nobles, we are taught that we need to keep face.
Why do you think I'm taking courses to fix myself?
You cursed her out! She's sitting there with her paws on her head. Oh my god, that could have been so bad!
But like you just said, could have. It's not anymore. So we're okay.
You're
Why is the
welcome.
first thing I want to do is rummage her desk?
Do not touch the desk.
I agree. Please.
I won't.
You know, we just found a new ally in this whole situation, so let's not ruin it.
I won't, but it's the first fucking thing I think of, and that's why I said it out loud, so I don't do it, so you can talk me out of it.
If at any
Thank you
point,
for talking me out of it.
if at any point our trust exercise does not go well, then you can rummage. For now, we are going to keep playing this game as it is a matter of importance.
For Bernie. And for the rest of the fucking school. Yes. I get it. I know. Doesn't mean that shit still didn't burst up, and I apologize for that. And I will apologize to Alessandra again. But still.
My biggest concern is the... Are we still inside her office?
You are still in her office.
Let's go into mine.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely make your way there. Easy enough.
Yeah, we'll continue this in there.
Plop, 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 plop.
As
You're
they...
there.
Damn, we're
Woo!
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
he's
one
just
else is
gonna
in here,
just-
correct?
No one else is there.
He's just
Like-
gonna cover. Yeah, he's just covering Santa's mouth before they say anything while we're walking in.
She's going to... on the way over, she's just faking conversation and whatnot to make it seem like they're being normal.
Yeah.
Back in the office, though. My biggest concern is the squire position.
We're full on the disciplinary committee. Cyrus, I know you just joined. Would you want to, I don't know, fake that you're still on here until you become a squire?
Sure. I mean, I feel bad that I'm like posing myself to be the one to take the position of squire to the president of the student council. I feel a little bad, but also realistically, I am one of the only people who probably could without having a lot of eyes and eyebrows being raised.
I mean,
Technically, no, but
I don't think you'd be the only one who wouldn't have eyebrows risen. Risen, yeah.
you're going to have a lot of eyebrows risen just for being the fact that you're the son of a cardinal.
True, but I'm speaking in
It's like
regards to
considering the fact of it's not even me specifically. They thought Ziore was going to take over.
What about, and we can bring this up to her later. We can bring this up to Alessandra. But about our lovely, our favorite child of our two, the people who were suggested to become squire anyways from Leo. Why not Avaref?
I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't either. That's why I wanted to talk about it.
Okay. My biggest concern is the two of you get way too emotional when it comes to personal matters, and this is an extremely personal matter.
I agree.
Avaref, there is the possibility of him talking. Just because
It's Avref.
if there's food involved, he's probably going to say something.
The other concern I have,
Considering how we
is-
figured out about the keys and everything, and the palaces in general.
Yes. My other concern is both of his siblings are involved in the circle of this coup, and they both have very differing opinions of him.
My
One loves
concern
him
is...
and worships him, glorifies him. The other one, I don't know.
My concern is she's again just gonna look around to be safe. Ah! Fuck my immersion!
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you, sister.
Cinna bursts into sneezing.
That technically could be in character because it was only one. But my biggest concern, and as she looks around, is the fact of your old best friend is the one running this to begin with. And considering what he is currently inflicting upon Ionos, there's way too much emotion here at stake.
There's a lot of bias on both ends, both mine and yours.
And you're correct.
That's why
And
I
not-
stated someone who's not deep into the affair probably would be a smarter choice for the fact of still being able to maintain face, still being able to look like she's playing, or they are playing both sides.
She, huh? He's just gonna raise an eyebrow.
I
looking at
said,
her.
okay, that was my thoughts got ahead of me. I'm sorry. Not she, they.
Why don't we sit on this for a little bit? Gather our thoughts more succinctly. Just
Frankly
because
speaking.
I feel like we're all tired after today, and it'll give us time just to gather our thoughts, rest up, and even maybe come up with some other suggestions as well.
The suggestion I
iron
was
out our
going to
concerns.
throw into the table was going to be Alessandra.
That's not a bad one.
But the problem is, I don't know if he would take her as one, considering she already has a position.
And
I
my
don't
other
think so.
concern with Alessandra is that if Leo and the group with the coup, not that they have an official name yet, but that's what I'm calling them,
The
they
group
see
with the
somebody like
coup.
her becoming, yeah, ooh, if they see her moving into the position of squire after, leaving her current position, that would raise their own eyebrows, raise their guards up.
That's why I'm trying
No.
to figure something out that
Suddenly,
would make. Oh,
the door opens,
Immediate silence.
so
and in walking is Hugo. And he looks over at you guys, and he's like, "Oh,
Hugo, hi, hello. He's gonna walk over and give him a big hug.
Cinna
oh,
just immediately lights up, like she's
Uh,
never reacted like this towards Hugo.
Cinna, Cyrus,
It's
hello?
been a week. I haven't seen you all week. How are you?
Well, I've been here when you haven't been here, which kind of sucks. Honestly, I feel like we
That
should
makes so much sense.
work
Yes.
together at least once, but whew, oh my gosh. This is a weird hug. I wasn't expecting this. And he just like slowly reaches up
It's-
and hugs you back.
It's gonna
I mean, I
get
miss
weirder
you.
as Cinna walks over to hug him.
I'm always
Wait.
in here Mondays and Thursdays. Please,
Oh,
let's work
okay.
together. Please, I'm always in here those days. Let's do it.
All right.
I'm gonna pipe up and say, did somebody say weirder? And I'll do little finger guns and I'll come up and also join the hug.
Cyrus, please.
Oh, group hug. Okay. I was just coming in for the night shift. Wasn't expecting a group hug walking in, but this is nice.
We missed you. They missed you more. I'm just here to make things happen.
He's vicariously missing you. Yes.
Anyway, and he's gonna try to like wiggle out of the hug.
You're really
I'm
funny.
gonna- my group.
Oh God.
Sorry.
Let's enjoy this.
Okay. Well, I got some paperwork to do tonight, so eventually we gotta let go of this hug.
Cinna
It's
already
Sunday,
let go.
right?
Yeah,
It's Sunday, right? Okay.
it is.
Yeah, Cinna has
Alright,
already
fine.
let go.
Well, don't work too hard. Come work with me during our off time tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll leave a note for you. For Cecilia and my schedule.
Please, yes.
We can work things out.
Genuinely though, Hugo, I do miss you very much, man. I hope we can
I mean,
spend more time
I'm
together.
not talking to you after a week after, we literally spent all last year together. It's
I miss my roomie. I do.
it's
It's wonderful
kinda
living with my
it's
sister,
lonely.
but
It's
you know.
lonely. I'm lonely.
Are you staying by
You know,
yourself? Do you not have
I-
any roommates?
I don't have a roommate.
It would be cool if you two roomed and I got a place
Shut-
to myself.
Shut up.
What the fuck?
Well, I mean, if she wants to switch, I don't mind.
I
That
don't
is up to you,
mind.
sis.
And she like
He
does
just- he-
the awkward finger guns pointing towards him, doing a little shimmy.
he's gonna look at her with this kind of pain face, like just no, just no, like so Hugo cannot see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, anyway,
We'll talk about it.
feel free to hang out, guys. I mean, I'm just gonna be over here working, so.
Yeah, we were
It's,
just talking about information that has come through and stuff, just the
Oh.
casual Amon thing.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I get it. And he walks over to the desk and he sits down and he pulls out a folder and it's like a big folder and he just
Jesus
starts
Christ.
filling out paperwork. It's par for the course.
Who's that guy you just said?
Huh?
Hmm?
I'm gonna say at the same like, who's that guy?
I don't know, I heard about him in an old fairy tale. Apparently he
Ah,
got
okay.
he was hung up on a cross and everything, and his own people turned their back on him and tortured him and everything. Then he died, and then he came back to life, and he caused all these weird, I don't know if I would call them miracles, but a lot of weird things.
Sounds kind of lame.
Keep your
I-
fairy
I
tales
mean-
to yourself. I'm trying to work.
Sorry.
Okay, fine. Fine. Why don't we take this back to your guys' room? How about that?
Good
Let
idea.
you go work.
Appreciate
And
it.
well,
I'll
actually,
see you guys around.
yeah, we'll see you later, Hugo. And then as we're leaving, and we'll
Mhm.
close the door behind us.
Yeah, he's just
I'm
gonna
gonna
glance
mention-
over at Hugo though before leaving. Just, I miss you, friend. Genuinely, you know where I live. I would love
Yeah.
to spend time with you more, please.
Yeah, and I'd like to, introduce you properly to, you know who.
Yeah, you would. I would love to.
She's going to grab him by the scruff and yank him.
Before the door
Okay, sorry.
closes, he's just gonna yell out, "She liked the book, by the way."
Yes,
Oh my god.
Anyways,
we love the dragons.
Anyways, while it's on our why don't we stop by the cafeteria and get some food in us too before we go back to the room? Wink.
I knew she'd like
wink.
that book. Yes, I
That
do.
is a great idea. And she's going to just beeline to where Avarif is eating food.
Okay, wow.
Player
little-
to DM.
Yes.
Can me and Dane be having an eating competition?
Uh,
We just
so
have stacks of plates up.
before you get to your eating competition, we're going back in time, Mr. Avril.
Oh. Okay.
We'll
Oh, that was-
rewind.
Dash it
The-
real quick. That was fucking fun. Thank you. Thank you for that. That was fucking fun. That was some fun RP.
Yeah, that
Oh
was
my
good.
god.
That was good. That was real good. God. Oh,
I love. I know Scent is supposed to be civil, but the arguments that he has are so fun.
That's
Anyways,
that's why I had Cinna act the way she was.
yeah.
all right. We'll talk about it in
Anyways,
post.
sorry. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, we'll get back to it in post.
Yes.
So, Avrif,
Hello.
you have just dragged Dane away to go get something to eat, and
Absolutely.
the rest
He's our
of your
resident
party,
holder-hander.
yes, the rest of your party has gone off in a separate direction. As you're walking with Dane towards the cafeteria, Dane turns to you and he says, I mean, I'm happy to come in with you, but it looks like everybody's heading towards the student council rooms. You didn't want to go that way with them?
I mean, I'm not really a part of them. I mean, last time I got to yell at some people making noise complaints, but then they,
Oh,
I'm like the mysterious food delivery guy. They don't know me quite yet, You
Ah.
can't break that cover.
right. Keeping
Yeah,
it
yeah.
under wraps. Gotcha.
Yeah. Or on the burrito wraps. Those work great. as well,
Burrito
yeah.
wraps are actually my favorite. Oh man, should we have a competition to see who could eat more?
Dane, I would never say no to this.
Oh,
I'm running over to the cafeteria.
yeah. You guys run into the cafeteria and you go up to order your burritos, and someone is tapping on your shoulder, Avrif.
I'm gonna like turn around with just my neck, not my body.
You turn around and Gage is standing there.
Oh, hello, Gage.
Eh, Hello, Master Avrif. I would not advise you to eat dinner right now, sir.
What time is it actually right now?
It is getting into the afternoon, evening time, which is dinner time for you
Oh.
right now.
Okay. And why is that?
And
Gage?
because you have been invited to dinner.
Oh. From who? Why?
Uh,
Why me?
Sorry, your elder siblings, Master Artorius and Mistress Artoria, have invited you to the crown out in the city.
His face is just gonna kind of like sulk a little bit and slowly just go like down into depression a little bit. They're like, oh, did they say it was necessary or?
Master Artorius said it was of the utmost importance that you attend.
I'm gonna like kind of like sadly look at Dane to see if he has an excuse for me.
Dane is gonna look at Gage and then look at you, and he's gonna say, I mean, I've never been to the Crown before, but it's reservation only. That's a high-class place.
I'm gonna look back at Gage. Is there any way we can sneak Dane in?
Mm,
Or maybe not sneak, but say he's a good friend. I might feel more comfortable attending.
It might be quite tough, Master Avarif, but I'm sure if I speak with Master Artorius ahead of time. Well, not ahead of time as we're going there right now. Um, upon arrival, I'm sure he won't say no.
Well, Dane, do you want to take that chance and walk with me?
You know, I'm never going to turn down a free meal from a foreign prince, especially, you know, when the prices are getting up into the platinum pieces.
Oh, well, yeah. But wait, I'm a prince too, you know, like we have food
Mhm.
together.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm just gonna look at Gage and say, all right, let's go.
And so you can, so you do. You make your way out into the city, into the red light district, and you find the restaurant known as the Crown. It is very posh outside. It is very well decorated. It seems very upscale as compared to some of the other looking buildings in the red light district. The entryway as you walk in, it's a double doors and it has etched wooden into it is two crowns on either side. And Gage walks in first, and as you walk in, the entryway is secluded. It is just a single room, and there's a long desk in front, and there is a younger looking girl standing behind the desk, and there's a small window behind her, and she's flanked on either end of two doors. And she looks at you and smiles, and she says, "Ah, welcome to the Crown. Do you have a reservation?" And Gage walks up and says, "Ah, yes, Master Artorius, Zesta." And she looks down at a piece of paper and she goes, "Ah, yes, Avrif Zested?
That's me.
They've been waiting for you, and you, sir, do you have a reservation?" And Dane kind of
He's
smiles
with
and says,
us.
She looks down. There's only seating for 3. Um, let me speak with Master Artorius, and Gage reaches over and puts his hand on the paper and picks up his hand. "That won't be necessary. I will have the discussion with the master myself." And she looks down and she slides something off of her desk. "Very well. Go to that door on the right." And
I'm about gonna bribe her.
Gage makes his way over to the door and he opens it and references for you both to walk through. You walking through?
Perfect. We are walking through. Can I do
Okay.
an insight check though to kind of see what's happening?
Yes, you may.
My man.
Oh,
Oh,
I know everything.
let's go.
From the way the body movement and the way that Gage was talking, he definitely bribed her.
Nice.
My man, nice nat 20.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
Huge. So you are walking through the door, and it is a long hallway, and there are just doors on either side, spaced out into individual rooms. Towards the back of the hall, it looks like it curves to the right, and you can hear light kitchen noises from that direction. Standing kind of in the middle of the hall is a young-looking half-elven girl, and she smiles and she says, "This way, young masters," as she opens the door.
Do I
and
recognize
bows.
this individual?
You don't.
Okay.
Are you walking in the room?
What better choice to that I have? Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
slowly walk.
Slowly walking down the hall, Gage
Yeah.
walks in ahead of you and says, "Master Artorius, I present to you Master Avarif Zested and Master Dane Clarissime." Artorius' head just whips over as you walk in and Dane follows suit.
Dane snaps his head to me too.
No,
Oh.
Artorius' head snaps to
Oh,
you and
gotcha.
snaps to Dane as Dane walks in.
Hi, Notorious. Thanks for inviting me. This is a friend. We were about to have dinner, so I thought it would be kind enough to bring him with me.
His eyes glance to you, and then he looks over at Gage, and Gage nods. You are dismissed, servant. Your food is in the back with your siblings. And Gage bows. Master Everett, please enjoy your dinner. Call if you require anything.
My eyebrows are gonna twitch and just say, "Thank you, Gage," but not twitch at him, but like
Mm-hmm.
eyes kindly at him, but eyes twitching.
Mm,
Thank you, Gage, for bringing me here.
of course. Master Artorias, Mistress Artoria, please enjoy your dinner. And he bows and he exits the room, closing the door behind him. A few seconds later, somebody walks in and brings an extra chair so Dane can sit.
Yay!
So you can both sit down.
We will indeed. Let me take off my jacket as well. Put it behind the chair.
Mm-hmm. A few moments after that, the young girl who showed you into the room walks in and places a salad in front of Artoria, a small looking steak in front of Artorias, and she places two larger plates of just a mishmash of food in front of you, and she also does the same for Dane. It's just like
These bitches knew.
just different meats. There's like there's like a half chicken, there's like a full T-bone steak, just mashed potatoes, like different kinds of vegetables on your plate. It's just like the total mishmash of different stuff.
Can I? Is the elf next to me like close?
The half elven girl, yes, she is standing there
Can
as
I?
she like
Can
places her
I?
food down.
Can I like sneakily give her a gold coin?
You can. She takes it
Yeah.
and she says, "Oh, thank you, sir. This is very much
Oh,
appreciated."
thank you for the food.
Yes, I do hope you all enjoy. Let me know if you need anything. And she bows and she leaves. Artorias begins cutting his steak and he looks up at you and he says, "So, brother, you've jilted me through this first week of school. How are your classes so far? I was expecting to have to assist you. But your friend, Sirius, I don't remember. He said you're doing well, so I figured it was only right, as your elder sibling, to put together this dinner to gauge for ourselves how you're feeling."
That's kind of you. And his name is Cyrus. He's
Hmm.
my roommate.
Yes.
He's getting pretty close.
Yes, and tell me about your friend, this roommate Cyrus. What kind of person is he?
Well, he loves the people that he's close to, and he loves them hard and makes sure that everything goes well with them. And anything he can do, he will do. He's very, very kind hearted. And I think we can read each other very well as well. So it's nice to have a friend inside the room.
Artoria stabs hard into her salad. Avarif, your answers are dull. Speak with more eloquence as befits your position.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Artorias taps his plate. Artoria, it is just us here. If Avarif feels comfortable enough to act this way with us, he should be able to speak as he pleases.
I've
Artorias.
been at school for a bit. Sorry, I got a little bit too casual with you guys.
Artoria kind of scoffs and she says, "Whatever. Speak as you please, then."
Thank you, sister.
And Artorias looks at you and smiles and says, yes, well, sorry for this. Um, Tell me about your other friends. The ones you've been assigned to, Santamon and Cinnamon. And Dane, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance once again. It was interesting to hear that you muscled your way in to this group using the connections of the headmistress. Why is that? And Dane sort of starts shaking a little bit.
Wait, group? Does he mean like right where we are right now, or what?
No, your party group.
Oh, my party. Oh, okay.
His hand sort of starts shaking, and Dane looks over at you and says, "I met them on the first day of classes, so and I really
That
like
is-
them, so
And we did meet him on the first day, actually, and well, we got along pretty well, pretty quick.
we hit it off, and I felt it would, work out pretty well that if I was assigned to the group."
And as a senior, he's helping quite a lot, actually, being able to teach us the knowledge that he's had for the years he's been.
Indeed. Artorias takes a bite of his steak and he says, "Interesting. And here I thought you were just a dullard."
What,
Uh,
you say a dullard?
yes.
What does that mean?
Just me, it's another word for idiot.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Nice.
Now,
No, quite helpful navigating.
about your other friends, Scent and Cinna, tell me about them. What are they like?
Oh, those siblings, they're a bundle. You never know what you're gonna get with those two. And his face kind of like starts glowing up while he's talking about both, with Cyrus and Senna. Um, and honestly, I don't know. I mean, you could wake up and you could be going on an adventure. You could be eating a lot of food. You could be watching Senna be getting, beat up. It's great. You never know what you're gonna get.
Interesting. You talk very highly of your friends. It really does pain me, brother, that you don't come see us more often. You know that Artoria and I would help you any step of the way, even if we're not in your party, isn't that right, Artoria? Artoria looks over at him and just stares daggers at you.
Uh,
Not on your life.
right. The gesture I know is always there to come see you guys. I just trying to learn as much as I can in school right now.
And what a waste of a time that is. An absolute failure. And
He's
she
just gonna kind of look
stands
down at
up.
his plate, not even having taken a bite.
She stands up from her seat and says, "I'm losing my appetite. This was a waste of time."
Well, on that note, was there a reason you called me here? Or?
And Torius looks at Artoria and says, "Sister, sit. This is unbecoming of your position." And she scowls and just looks away. Now, brother, there was a reason why I called you here. I've taken quite an interest in your friend Cyrus. He's an interesting fellow. I met him the other day. He seems to be close friends with Leo Shinami. Do you know him?
Leo, yeah, he's a big bunch of energy, yeah.
Yes, first year, close friend of Cyrus Blackblood. What do you think of Leo? Fully, what are your thoughts?
First day, he almost body checked Cyrus. This is that Leo we're talking about, right?
Mm,
Okay. Luckily, he didn't, crush me in the process. But I don't know. From the parts that I've seen, he seems decent. Although his position brings questions, quite a lot of questions.
oh, and why is that?
Uh, Contradictory to everything that I've heard that he stands for, it seems like he's just done a total 180. So I don't know. I guess it's just a conflict of interest, yet here he is doing exactly that.
A conflict of interest? In what way?
should I not be exposed? Oh, I gotta think now. Oh,
D&D, baby.
yep. Um, well, I mean, he always seemed like such a happy-go-lucky guy, so getting a position where he's more tied down seems just odd. It seems like it's more restrictive to his lifestyle.
He's the Prince of Shinami. Of course he's vying for power anywhere he can. Would that not be the most advantageous position?
Advantageous, maybe, but if he wants to enjoy his life, it seems like the opposite. And
Mm.
he seems to be more fun outlook on life kind of guy. He's gonna like
Artoria
nervously sweat.
Artoria turns and she says, "He's a prince just the same as you. Of course he's vying for power, everybody is."
I mean, I've given up on vying for power, so maybe there's other people like that.
Whatever you say. And Artorias puts his hand on the table, and Artoria just kind of looks away again and doesn't say anything. And he says, You may have given up on power, brother, but I still do have faith in you. I still do think that you can make something of yourself. But I am truly interested. You kind of dodged my question.
What do you mean? I answered it the fullest I could.
Is there something that you know that you're not telling me?
I mean, there's a lot of things that I know that you probably don't know. You know, Dane threw a fish at a man, or we had someone throw a fish at a man. That was a pretty fun adventure.
Don't change the subject, Avrif.
Oh,
And Dane stands up and says, obviously, there's nothing that Avrif is. This is not your place, Artorias interrupts. This is a conversation between brothers, and you muscled your way into this conversation, this dinner, much like you did with his party, which I'm still curious about of why you
no,
would use.
it's fine. He hasn't eaten yet. It's fine. It's fine, Dane. Thank you. You can sit.
Dane sits down and he just goes back to just shoving food in his mouth, just very nervously.
I'm investigating something, and I don't know what it may be. And so to answer your question, I don't know yet. And so if you allow me some time, I would like to maybe have another dinner or chat, and that way we can fully have answers.
So, Avrif, let me ask you. Are you trying to lie to him here, or are you trying to persuade him?
Oh, both. I'm trying to deceive him.
Alright, roll deception, sir.
Oh no. Oh no.
So, he looks at you and he takes a big, long sigh. Brother,
Yes.
I have known you since the day you were born. There is no amount of pretty words that you can string together that I would not sense when you are lying to me.
It's
I
not
would like the
it's not a
truth
full lie.
of the matter. What it is that you know that I don't know that you are so keen on keeping from us.
Um, I mean, to tell you the truth, I'm not the best guy to go about it to tell you about Leo. I don't know as deep as maybe some others that might, but it just seems like my sister was right. Right, he's looking for power, and so it's odd that he you know took a conflict of interest against his life, and so here he is now with this power position that truly puts him away. He's sort of like just like starts sweating, not knowing what to do, looking more down. Like he's oh,
This
he's
is the
just gonna start
second
breathing
time.
heavy.
This is the second time, brother, that you've used the words conflict of interest. What conflict of interest is there between. And as he's continuing, Artoria rings a bell.
Rings a bell.
And Artorias whips his head over to her. We are not finished with this conversation. And a few seconds pass, and in walks Theobald, Gage's elder brother. Ah, Master Avrif. Is pleasure to see you.
Hi, yeah. He's still just panting.
Master Artorias, Mistress Artoria, you ready to go? That was the sign that you told me to look out for, yes? And Artoria nods her head and says, thank you, Theobald. Please, get Anastasia. We're leaving. Of course. And he walks out, and A few more seconds back, and Artorias is currently, he stands up and he just pulls Artoria away, and they're talking in a corner very quietly to each other.
Fuck.
But he is very obviously like yelling at her, but just like whisper yelling. So it's like, and she just brushes it off. And a few seconds later, Anastasia, Gage's elder sister, walks in and she curtsies to you and she says, "My lady, are you ready?" And Artoria looks and nods and says, "We're leaving." And Artorias looks as Artoria and Anastasia walk out, and Artorias says, "Artoria, you do not walk away from me like that." And he follows her out of the room, and Theobald pops his head back in and says, "Master Avrif, have a fantastic night."
Yeah, you as well. Yeah.
And
It starts to be frantically looking around.
he closes the door, and you can hear yelling from Artorias as they both leave the restaurant.
Mm.
And in the silence, Dane just drops his fork, and he's just, "What the hell was that, Avrif?"
Which part? They they're aggressive. I mean, they're successful royals, and I'm a failure. So they, look down at me, and even if they try not to.
That that wasn't just looking down on you. That they were digging for a lot of sensitive information.
I mean, brothers, sisters. That's what they do. I mean, it's normal.
Nothing about what just happened is normal.
Oh, I, yeah, I don't know. I guess I panicked a little bit. I first felt open with them again and wanted to just say everything, and then something snapped back into me, and I, 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 I couldn't throw our friends under the bus like that.
No, and honestly, I don't know what I would have done if you had started naming names here, but yeah, I'm glad you kept it together long enough for Artoria to, I guess, be sick of this conversation.
Yeah, I mean they don't. Yeah, yeah. You're welcome to maybe grab a maid or something to bag up the food. We can maybe hop out onto here and find Gage.
As you say that, walking out of the one of the corners of the room, Gage steps out and he's sheathing a dagger. "Master Avrif, that was quite the conversation, quite the show, really."
Oh, you were. Yeah, that makes sense. You're good at being in the shadows.
Did you really think that I would allow you to come into this room alone?
No, I know you always have my back no matter what, but I just sometimes they treat you that way and my eyes go red and I just forget simple things.
It is of little consequence how they treat me. It is only matters to me how you treat me.
Thanks, Gage. I'm sure we can still find happiness away from them.
Now, would you like seconds to settle your stomach, or would you like to go back to the academy?
I'd like to leave here.
All right. I will get you boxes for your food.
Thank you, Gage.
Yes. And he makes his way and walks out the door.
I'm gonna look at Dana and just be like, sorry for bringing you here.
No, no problem at all. I'm glad that I was here for you.
And thanks for standing up for me as well. I didn't mean to get you that intense in there, and hopefully I didn't try to make you an enemy of them. Yeah.
Avrif,
Yeah.
I would make anybody my enemy for you guys.
Oh. He's gonna like start to perk up now with more of a happier face and be like, I'm glad that we found each other, Dane. You're indispensable. Thank you.
I think of you the same way.
Ooh, romance. I'm kidding.
I mean,
Uh,
technically you could, because it's D&D. Anyway.
yeah,
You can do it.
definitely,
You can do it if you want to, but no
Uh,
pressure. You can do it if you want to.
no. Alright, I'm just
God, love
gonna
me some
like
BL.
brotherhood shake or like reach out my hand to brotherhood shake him, which
Mhm.
is just grabbing their forearm and then
Yeah,
holding them
he d-
tight.
he does. And
Cool.
and Gage walks back in and he gathers up your food and he puts it in a box and he says, "Shall we head back to the academy?"
Let's.
Okay. And so you can make your way back to the academy. The rest of you, while you were having your conversation with Alessandra and then in the disciplinary committee office, you make your way to the cafeteria and there is no sign of Dane, there is no sign of Avrith.
That's not normal.
The hell? He'd be eating right now for hours if nobody told him he had to go to sleep.
How does he never gain weight? I'm always curious on that.
I mean, you see how he punches.
You think he just punches out all the food?
I mean, considering like he trains with Komi and Kimo every day, and we've seen what they can do. They probably punch out at him.
I was about to say. I'm
Punches
surprised
until
he
he
isn't
pukes,
dead
probably.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why we call him what we do in the other place.
Probably just punches the shit out of him until he pukes, and then that's
Yeah,
why he's
that
so
too.
hungry. You know, that could be it too. Anyways, I'm hungry.
But also he was hungry. He's always hungry regardless. Before
That's
that,
fair. That's fair.
maybe he just has one of those fast metabolisms.
Maybe.
Anyways, let's go freaking
Is-
eat some food.
Gage.
I have.
Gage is not around.
Thanks, omnipotent voice.
You're welcome.
High five.
Any-
She high fives
any-
herself.
Any familiar faces at all?
I mean, it's the cafeteria. It's a little past dinner time by this point. I mean, there are familiar faces. They're, just generally around.
Any people from Amon?
Make a perception check.
Skin button, yeah, bop. 18.
Ooh, nice.
From Amon specifically, no. I mean, you do see people from Oscar though.
Anyone that she's like on good terms with?
Good terms directly. No.
Fuck.
Do they have
Well-
steak at the cafeteria tonight?
Yeah, they do.
Sent
Well-
wants a big ass steak.
Okay.
I
Easy
think
enough.
we've earned ourselves some food, so let's get
Yeah.
some food, and we'll probably run into Avarath, Dane, and Gage sooner rather than later. And then we can talk. Because
Mm.
God have mercy. Gods have mercy. We have a lot to talk about.
Mm. Yeah, while he's eating, he's just gonna be flipping through that book still. Just kind of just browsing at it in his lap. Still reading it. Just very quiet.
Send.
Mm.
Give me one of your cards.
Do you want a specific one? Is
I
that
do
a character?
not care.
He's just gonna toss you a 9 of clubs.
Why do you want a card?
You'll see. She's going to walk out of the cafeteria for a minute because there's like a bulletin board nearby, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna slide the card to where it like attaches to the bulletin board of where like anyone that's walking in that area can see it. And
Okay,
she's gonna go
easy
back and eat a sandwich.
All right.
Ugh. What was the point of that?
Calling cards are the easiest way for Sent and I to either let each other know when one is needed or where we are, or as you saw earlier, If they can just keep a door open. Information
But
is our
this
game.
Avaref, and he has no idea what to look for.
But Dane might.
I think we're putting a little too much faith in Dane. I like him, and I know he knows his stuff, but this isn't something that we discussed previously, so it might seem a little weird, but he might just pass it off as people screwing around. No offense. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just speaking from what I understand of the two of them.
She's just gonna
Maybe
look
Gage
up and
is smart enough
smirk
to
and
pick
be
up
like,
on it.
we'll see. Anyway,
I mean,
how about your
Gage
steak?
As you are eating, as you are all eating, flying through the air, it lands on your plate. Senna is the playing card. And Gage turns to you, Avarif, and he says, of course, I could handle that, no problem. That's what I just... One of my specialties is card throwing, didn't you know? And Dane just looks over as you're all walking, as the three of you are walking in Avarif. And Dane says, that was completely unprompted, Gage, but that was kind of impressive.
Cinna's going to look in the
He's
direction
cool
of
like
where
that.
the card came from. And does she see them?
Mm-hmm. You see all three of them.
She's gonna tap the table and say, bingo, and starts walking over.
The card
I'm-
just sitting perfectly on your plate.
I'm going to call pure coincidence, and I'll get up and start walking towards them.
Yeah, you're just gonna
Then
pocket
run
his
back
card.
and take a final bite out of whatever I was eating, and just be like, and just start walking over.
Senth is gonna linger for just a little bit, just eat for a little bit, still looking at his book. About probably another minute or two before finally going.
Okay. So, you all meet up, standing in the cafeteria.
Well, seems you found the card. Thanks for throwing it back at my plate. Anyway,
You're welcome. I will be going now, unless you need anything.
thank you so much, Gage.
Quite
We
so.
always
Bye, Gage.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Very
Good
well.
night, Gage.
Can
And
you
he-
not jump scare us anytime soon, please?
It's kind of funny.
Can
It's
I
pretty funny.
go in for a
Shut up.
hug on Gage?
You definitely can.
I'm gonna go in for a hug on Gage. And just tell him to like take the day off. If he can.
There are no days off, but I appreciate it.
I know, but it's still worth saying.
Gage, what are your favorite books?
My favorite books. Oh, I do love to read something with suspense. Detective novels. Something in that area.
Noted. I'll find some
Thrillers.
recommendations and some books to send your way that we can discuss in the future.
Oh, I do appreciate it, and I look forward to our conversations.
Till then.
Yes. And he bows and he turns and walks away. So,
So
you are all standing there now?
let's go to their room, and I'll point towards Cinna and Sant.
Would you like a
We
sandwich
have
first,
a lot to
or
talk about.
Dane standing there is going to say, interesting thought. Hear me out. Should we maybe not go, not saying we shouldn't go to Sin and Sense room, but considering the topic of the conversation that would just occurred, maybe it'd be best to go to Cyrus and Avarif's room.
I agree.
You know what? How about this? Why don't we go somewhere nobody can ever go to except for us? Why don't we go to Istis' domain?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the forest.
I was gonna. I thought the
Blue
forest.
Table.
Yeah.
I thought blue table.
Oh, people go to Blue Table, right?
I would rather make sure that we cannot be overheard by
Wait,
anybody else.
If we have keys, can we just use keys on ourselves and go into ourselves?
I don't
That-
know
that's
if it
not how that
works
works.
like
That's
that.
not how that
Oh.
works.
That's not how it
Damn.
works.
But
Yeah,
Everyone's
let's
gonna shrug.
you know let's just go.
yeah, with the thought
yeah.
of
Cloud
that, we can
catacombs.
also
Let's go
discuss it
there.
with Kimo and Komi.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
And we can also gain some insight from our own gods.
Yeah, that might be helpful.
So let's
Wait, so
do
can the
that.
gods see everything that's happening outside? Like, do they see everything or no?
What they want
It
to.
seems like they can watch whenever they please.
Okay.
They're always
That
kind of
is-
with us.
They could
so-
know context or they
Yeah.
could not know context. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something that Daphne
From-
like kind of had
From
said.
past conversations, yeah, it's been insinuated multiple times that they are aware of what you are doing when you're not in a palace.
Thanks, omnipotent voice.
You're welcome.
Is
So,
it weird that do you guys hear him too, right? I'm not just crazy.
No, I do. Was this? And she looks at me
So-
and she
I
was
thought
like, "Was
we
this
all
a
had
thing
voice in our
before?"
head.
Oh my god, Everett.
yes, the omnipotent voice in the sky definitely tells me where to go at all times. Like he is telling me to go to the Cloud Catacombs right now. He's trying to segue
Hey,
us
I
there, but
suggested that first, okay?
Let's
And I'm
just
gonna
go
start
before
walking
the
out
omnipotent
there.
Yeah.
voice gets mad.
so you all make your way to the Cloud Catacombs. Easy enough to get there. You walk in. You all see your personas, just chilling, just chilling. And as you walk in, Dane stops pretty quickly as the door closes behind you guys, and he says, "So, we talked about. I'm just gonna throw this right out here. Avarif and I went out to dinner with Artorias and Artoria.
What?
Oh shit.
Well, I mean that's yeah, that did happen.
And
They,
Really start looking down
I'm
again.
judging by this whole thing, and she puts a hand like near them and like wiggles them to be like, this whole thing wasn't a good one.
No, that's why I suggested we should go to their room instead of your guys' room because you guys were the main focal point of conversation, as was Cyrus.
Oh God, have mercy.
Sense kind of just wander off a little bit. He's still in earshot, but just like 5-10 feet away, just kind of pacing.
So
Sorry, Avrif, I didn't mean to steal any of your thunder.
I really
Yeah.
didn't know if I was even gonna bring it up, to be honest.
That was concerning, and I felt like party information kind of needed to. It was very concerning.
okay, hold on.
Yeah, considering the nature of our conversation that we had with Alessandra,
That will go
regards
in
to
a
this whole-
second. The first matter.
Mhm.
Are you okay, Avarif?
Okay, in relativity, sure.
relativity's not a
She's
good
gonna
word to use
walk
here.
up to him and just a big old lion hug.
Yeah, upon like pacing back towards like looking at Avarif, can I do just like kind of an insight check to kind of just get a gauge on like how he is right now? You can tell me if you want or not, Zane, but like
Like a
Yeah.
group hug.
no, it's not. It wouldn't be like. I mean, it's however
He's
like you
he's
want.
trying to read your demeanor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, are you
yeah,
sad?
my
Do you-
demeanor's
Yeah.
like shoulders are shrugged. It's not the usual Avrath of like very uppity and like happy. And is uppity a good word? Like, what
Yeah.
does that mean?
Uppity, yeah.
Uppity is
That's
a good word. Yeah.
That's a good word.
And yeah, his excitement for everything is gone, and maybe looking a little bit more peckish than usual because he did not eat a single fucking thing.
Yeah, he
Mm.
definitely has a visage of just almost soul sucking experience.
He's gonna pull one of his granola bars out and just kind of pass it over to him, and just go back to pacing.
Once everybody else is done with
Kinda
their hug,
grab
I'm
it.
gonna approach and I'm gonna go in for a hug too. The kind of hug where like you put your hand on their head and really hold them tight.
Yeah, you're not gonna see it, but you're gonna feel like some water on your shoulder, and he'll wipe it away before anyone can see anything, but you can feel it.
Yeah, you
Tears.
feel
okay.
some light tears seeping through your shirt, Cyrus.
It's okay to cry, buddy. I think you and I both need to learn to be a little more vulnerable.
growing up in royalty, vulnerability was only weak. So
Who gives
it's
a
new.
shit about royalty? You're with friends.
Being royal fucking sucks.
You could say that again.
Everyone glorifies it and wishes for it to be a fucking noble, and it's just annoying shit. Just grasps for power all the fucking time, and I hate it, all of it.
We
I
can
hate
get
that I have to
into our
participate in
gripes
this.
later about why we hate nobility and why we hate
I
the climb
know.
for power. But that's not
Let's
important right
stay on
now.
topic.
What's important
know.
is Avarif.
I know. It's necessary at the moment.
You don't
A
have
lot
to talk about
happened.
what happened if you're not comfortable yet.
That's not comfortability. It's just
A lot the
I'd
process.
rather relive it now than later again. So I'd rather say it now. They, to put it short, wanted to know about Leo and exactly what his intentions were. How he knew exactly where to look, I don't know. But I didn't say anything, and I didn't allude to. I hope I didn't allude to anything. So I think for now they're in the dark, but they're searching for answers. They're trying to pull as much information as they can.
I'm gonna look to Dane and ask, Dane, not to
Yeah.
disparage what Avaref's saying, but can you corroborate what he's saying? You were there.
Everything he's saying is spot on. They were very interested in all of us. I can only imagine what he would have asked about me had I not actually been there. They're aware of how I ended up with you guys. I used my connections to get into this group, and they're very aware of what I did.
I know he's the prince, but I don't know what connections he has. I don't know who he talks to. I don't know how he would get all this.
Avaref, buddy. This runs a lot deeper than I think we're all starting to realize.
Yes,
Especially if both my brother and sister after this as well. Something bigger is happening.
Sen's just gonna
Yeah.
walk up to both Avaref and Cyrus, just to the side of them, and pull both their heads into his chest. I'm sorry for earlier. You're right.
These guys
This
are like
is
8
not
feet, right?
Right. Yeah.
Jeez,
He,
how do you
he's
fit
like
in
he's
a
like he's like
fucking
he's like
room?
he's over 7 feet tall.
You
Yeah.
know, like, how do you fit in like rooms? Are they all just massive rooms? Like
They're tall
mean,
doors.
There's a lot of
okay.
tall
They're all
doors,
pretty
a lot
big.
of bigger rooms.
He's also the shortest out of a lot of Leonids. He's very tiny compared to like Cinna. Cinna's I think
yeah.
a little taller.
Cinna's a little taller, but that's also because you slouch. If Cent doesn't slouch, you notice that he's actually around the same height or like a few centimeters taller.
Yeah.
Athos
right-
is a
and-
fucking giant.
He's massive.
Yeah, right now he is just
he is massive.
right now he is just standing straight up, just like holding on to both Cyrus and Avaref's head and just pulling them into his chest.
I think our 10-year-old sister is like at your chest level.
She's like 5 feet, probably 5 foot.
It's accurate.
But yeah, no, we're big.
Anyways,
Yeah, I got you. Okay, I just wanted reference wise.
yeah, big kitties.
Here's an idea. Why don't we all sit down instead of standing for once? Just sit in a circle and start laying everything out on the table. Talk about it.
Are there like sofas and stuff here? I don't really know
I
what
don't
exists.
really care
We
about
should
what
probably
we sit
ask
on.
the gods and Kobe and Kimo what exists that
Well,
we
this
can
is just
sit on.
a room.
I just kind of want to
Two
sit on the
beds.
floor. I kind of don't want to sit on a sofa. No
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
walk
know
over
if
to my
your butt was
closet
gonna hurt or
and
not.
grab some blankets and
You-
maybe put them on
You're
the floor.
you're in
We're in
the
the
cloud
cloud
catacombs.
Catacombs. We're not at
We're
your
in the
place.
cloud catacombs.
We're not in our room.
Oh, damn! Never mind. All right, I'll go fuck myself. I have no blankets.
Roll to fuck yourself.
Yeah, roll.
You
fuck
know
myself.
what? We
do I
can
roll?
probably just lounge on our gods. It's fine. Anyway,
Helm.
I'm gonna just plop down. I'm gonna just take a step or two back and then just crisscross
Actually, like
applesauce. sit my
crisscross.
butt
Yeah,
down.
crisscross applesauce.
And then I'm gonna fall back on my back and just go. Ah!
Yeah, yeah. Found.
we should have a screaming session, just like once a week
Dude.
or so and just scream.
I
Scent
think
just
we need group therapy
roars.
after this.
Scent just roars loudly. I think I'm okay now.
Avra has no energy to do anything. He's just sitting. He's actually gonna take a bite of the granola bar.
And so you do.
So
Everybody's sitting around. Crisscross applesauce, campfire style.
the most peace that we've had this entire campaign.
So, with that in mind, who wants to pick up about what we did today after our forest endeavor?
Well, we have an ally, kind of.
Mm.
An ally?
Alessandra.
Is very aware.
That's out of left field.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna kind of perk up and look.
She was testing me.
She's very aware about the
The coup.
yes.
I was watching her the whole time she was talking talking to those two. And she seemed very, very true to her words. That she does have not only Bernie's intentions at heart, and side note, she will be joining the committee. But I do find that she is someone that for now you can put a fraction of trust into, but not full
Enough.
investment.
I'm not
Enough.
sure we were comfortable telling her what we know without naming specific individuals, but under the assumption that we all knew we were talking about the same people.
She's also very aware of what's occurring with Ionos.
Especially in regards to Leo. I'm sure she was one of the first people outside of us, especially me, who was surprised and raised an eyebrow when Leo became the Squire to Ionos.
Considering she went from having conversations with Ionos to basically not even getting a glance. Not that surprising.
Mm.
So we are slightly coming up with a plan. The only goal of this juncture at the moment that we have is trying to put one of our own in place of the squire position for show, instead of who the coup wants.
We still don't
So-
even know if Show will be for this.
And even then, we can't know for sure if show is going to how much information is going to be relayed to show based off of how Alessandra discussed with us her approach to discussing with show and taking on a squire. Because too much information could raise some red flags across the board on all three parties' ends: the student body, the coup, and on show, which could not end too terrifically for us.
In the 4 years he's been here, he never took on a squire, as it's been said over and over again. One conversation with Alessandra is not going to change his mind.
As far as we're aware, though, who knows what she's going to tell him. We'll have to wait and see.
I'm curious.
But we
you
were
want me to-
discussing at some point.
you-
Oh, sorry, Dane. Go for it.
Do you want me to try to talk to Show?
May I ask what you would say and how your intentions towards Show are? Because didn't you two?
Some of the things that you're unaware of with Show and myself is that we were roommates in our first year.
Understandable.
Oh,
I was his roommate, and I did help him get elected to be the president.
you two did have a good relationship though.
Yes. That's why he asked me to be on the disciplinary committee, and ultimately I, like you already aware, I did step down from that position.
The main situation,
Um,
which is something that we wanted to talk about, is we don't even know who we would put in that position.
Mm.
Well, if it's somebody who's not involved with the coup, or somebody involved with the coup, then Cyrus is the best candidate. I would say the follow-up best candidate, if we're looking outside while also being directly involved, is Avrith.
I agree.
But if we put someone in the coup to that position, does that mean we could closely monitor them better? Possibly
That's
gather information for them?
The
Cyrus
thing
and
is-
Sen, you're already involved.
That's why it'd be better if that we go with that approach, or we try to suggest that approach. That'd be me, since I am only an aide. Meanwhile, Sent just got appointed as the head of the disciplinary committee.
Avarith
It'd be
might be
more
a good choice,
suspicious
though.
if he.
Avarith is already on the outside. He's involved. I mean, he is involved with us, and he was a pseudo member of the disciplinary committee, but there's nothing official.
And
so
considering the fact is, and she's going to look at Cyrus, if you take this role, you will have no time for yourself.
your training with Komi and Chemo would probably have to lessen a bit.
No, Avarith should
Among
be
other things.
fine. I'm saying this
Will
Cyrus
it?
specifically because,
S-
hold on, if you're
Mhm.
doing this and playing with the coup and trying to keep on top of your schoolwork, it might be extremely overwhelming.
You're going to need support from other people. You're going to need us to, be there for you, and we're going to need more openness to,
Shows aides
understand.
barely get any free time.
Yes.
A bit of a counter to this thought process. Cyrus, you are directly involved. This is part of your homeland that we're talking about. This is your sister's safety that we're talking about. If you want to do this for your family, for yourself, then I think you should do it.
I'm not going to stop you in what you decide. I just wanted to warn you. That is all.
I appreciate the concern. And, I know I won't be alone should I take up this mantle. I found good confidants, and dare I say, even good friends in all of you. Considering what we have on our plate, I know that, any of us would be in that position. We'd, certainly be able to help all of us through. No matter what we deal with. And not to try and take the spotlight, but, I do want to do this.
Then
I'm in
it's settled.
favor of you doing whatever you'd like.
Assuming things
Ding.
go well and things work out. I'm sure it might frazzle Leo a little bit, but all the more I think I'd be able to make it work out. Considering he wanted me to be his squire when he was the vice president. God, what an ass.
I'm sure
Then I think
Dane
we
and
need
I,
to consider this a step up.
I'm sure Dane and I can help you prep with learning of exactly what to do.
Every step of the way.
I'm sure of it. And before any final decisions gets made, I'll just prep myself mentally and physically. Because we're gonna have a lot of things to do.
Well, if you'd ever
Between-
like to get your ass kicked, Komi and Chemo have are great at doing that.
I
Unless
can
it's not
tell.
the physical you're talking about, but, offer still stands.
I appreciate it. I'll consider it. I've been taking some time to myself to process a lot since I learned about Leo. Training on my own has been fruitful. And Senna, I'm about our last exchange, I apologize. I worded a lot of things incorrectly. I just wanted you to. I just wanted to try and help in a way I thought I could, and I don't think it helped either of us at the moment.
Emotions
So.
are an incredible thing and also an extremely painful thing. It is one of the reasons why they can be considered as strengths and faults. It is more of if you control them or if they control you is the matter of how that goes. It's what makes a noble noble. Not all of them do it for good reasons, but as that was
Considering
one
the
of my
amount
biggest
trauma we just
concerns,
experienced.
as that was one of my biggest concerns, as long as you can keep your etiquette and your emotions in check, this all should be fine.
Yep. I have outlets of which I can vent my frustrations, and people I can relay them to should I need them.
Speaking of confidants and friends and everything, Mondays and Wednesdays, I spend time in the courtyard. Wednesdays, chess with possibly Sentence Yore. So if any point you just need time to exist.
I'll be
Alrighty then.
around. I'll be around when you're doing some of your theater work. So, I saw you last week. Very impressive, by the way.
Would you believe me if I told you it was my first time?
No, I would not.
Well, it was.
I'll see you again this week then.
Who knows,
I was
have
going to make a
callback.
joke, but
Please
I
make
Dane
one.
Dane stands up from sitting down with you guys, and he says, "I don't mean to cut the conversation short. It's honestly, it's really nice spending time with you all, but there are classes tomorrow. It's starting to get really late, so I gotta get back home."
Hey,
Say
Dane.
something.
Yes. it
Yeah,
is.
Okay.
Are you okay?
You seem
yeah.
more frazzled than I think even Avaraf is, Dane.
I'm-
We've rarely seen you all week. I'm genuinely concerned. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Damn it!
Oh my god.
Oh!
there's actually
Oh.
no way.
No shot.
Holy shit.
The one time I
Oh!
wanted a good
Fine.
roll. God damn it.
Did you? Well, I mean, look at what Dane rolled. Fuck.
What did Dane roll?
A 2.
Oh,
Oh, thank fuck.
Can I roll a deception
Oh, that was
check
a nat
for
1
Dane?
too.
oh God.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, it was.
Nothing can save him from that. Then never
No,
mind.
no.
I was
No.
gonna try.
32.
He looks. You can tell as he's standing up, and you ask him that his demeanor completely changes. You for a moment, you see. You're not exactly sure what you're seeing behind his eyes, whether it's fear or worry, anger. You're not sure. But something about how he said, "I'm fine," definitely struck a chord, and you can definitely tell that something has been going on.
It's
I'll get
not
on
our
he-
place to press.
We're here.
Granted, you are a horrible liar. If you need to talk, then let us know. But we will respect your privacy.
He tightens his scarf and he kind of pulls it above his face, and he just says, "I'll see you guys later."
We
And
can.
he walks out of the cloud catacombs.
Is there any way that I can grab his attention beforehand, or is he gone?
Yeah, you can. You can
Okay,
certainly
I'm
try.
gonna try to like stand up quickly and just say, Dane. I'm trying to look him dead in the eyes and give him
Yeah.
one solid nod.
He nods back at you a few times, and he turns around and he says, "I'll see you on Friday for class, Senna." And he leaves.
I'm worried about him.
He wanted to stand up for me at the dinner, and I had to shut it down, knowing it wasn't gonna go good. And I'm sure he's not terribly happy about not letting that get off his chest. So I think he just needs to take some time to find a way to decompress from it. And
Cinna's gonna put her paw on Avariv's shoulder.
to be honest, as do I. So I think time is best for him right now.
I'm going to be
I-
honest. I think it's a lot more than just what happened tonight.
He's talked a lot about, controlling guardians and such.
She's
That's
gonna
why
give
there's
him
so
a
many
little
nights.
noogie. Be like, plus, who doesn't love spending time with you?
Was that at Everett?
Yes.
I'm gonna glint to her and then just kinda shrug her off in a playful manner and be like, yeah, okay. You
Oh,
know,
congrats, you have messed up hair now. And she's gonna, like, kind of scoot away really fast before he can do anything.
We trust you. Would love you to have the same faith in us. We do care.
I want to offer my hand out for a fist bump. No word said. Just a smirk on my face towards Avraf.
Granted, we
Yeah,
might not
I'm
be
gonna
as
give a
likable
glint of
as
a
this
smile
one.
and-
She points to Cyrus. We are still here.
I mean, you guys
Have
did
a
force
moment
yourself on us.
Fuck your
I'll
moment.
give him a small glint of a smile and give him a fist bump.
He's the
Like,
typical bro. We're the typical older siblings, but
There you
we
go.
still care.
Yes,
Not the
typical older
typical-
Fist bumps
siblings that do
too?
illegal activities. It's fun. Oh yeah, we need to tell you about that at some point.
The typical
probably.
older siblings that care, and we may have a dark background, but we still give a shit.
I'm gonna gesture and turn towards Cinna and Scent, and I'm gonna put both my arms out, kind of like how babies would put their hands out as they're walking around to try and get balance, but just in fists, and be like, "Here, I'm offering them to you too, so you can feel included."
Cinna's like really confused at first, and she goes to give him uppies.
I'm going to just silently look at Cinna and be like, "The hell are you doing?"
I thought this is like what tiny cubs do, and they want uppies. And as she says that, she picks him up.
For killing me.
He had both hands open, to be fair.
No, they were in fists. They
No,
were.
you
oh,
had
they were
your
like
arms
this.
up.
Stretching
Oh my
out.
God.
Yeah, you had both your arms out in fists. So yeah.
He's getting upbeat.
You are currently receiving uppies.
Oh God. Okay. All right. So,
I want downies now, please.
on that note, if there is anything further you guys wish to discuss, you can do so. However, the night is getting late, and you guys do have classes in the morning.
Run back.
Hit the gritty
So,
on the way
almost-
back.
I have the gritty on the way back.
Before we leave, I want to summon
Nice.
Lathander.
You can.
I just want to give him a hug and say thank you.
Damn. We're all
A
good
little-
hugs today, huh?
A little taken aback, he embraces you and he says, "Of course, Cyrus."
We're so huggy
So-
today.
Question
No, I wanna hug
Yes.
outside.
Papa.
How intelligent are our personas? Can we act like they're as people, like they were own conscious?
They are gods.
They're literal.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
they're literally gods. Yeah.
But okay, so in this manner, we could. Okay.
You can ask them for advice or things about their past or literally anything.
Okay, I want to be the last one to leave the realm.
Okay. You certainly can.
I'm just
Yeah.
having a hug session.
Real
Yeah,
quick.
before I leave the Cloud Catacombs, I want to look at Lathander and be like, "Hey, I'm going to cooking class this week. You better give me some of your recipes to try out."
Of course. First, I'd like to see where you're at before we get to the recipes. But of course, I will send some your way. I'll be watching.
Sounds good.
Yeah, he's Sen's just gonna pat Avarif on the shoulder, just give him a little nod, and walk out.
I return the nod and kind of wave them a goodbye.
Just hugging Bashaba because in a feeling mood.
And as soon as all of your embraces let out and you all make your way back into the academy, Avrith, you are left alone. Just you and Helm is standing there.
So Helm's already summoned. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around to him with a very serious face and ask him, "Do you have any way to evaluate power, skill, anything that my sister or brother, may have? How much farther are they ahead of me?"
Takes a deep breath. Your siblings are quite adept. They are very troublesome.
So I wouldn't stand a chance now, is like way of saying it.
Not to say that. There are always ways for the underdog to win. I would not choose you if I did not think you were a winner, Evereth.
You know, point taken. All right.
But that is not the only reason that I did choose you. If you
So,
are looking for a leg up intellectually, we can work on that. I can give you pointers on things to do
yeah,
that we could
well,
do together, or I can suggest classes that would benefit you in the long run.
well, how about we make Thursdays? Whenever we have some free time, maybe we can take those chances, walk into here and, study, grab all the books that we need, and maybe learn some more.
Yes. Strength of muscle is not the only strength that you will require to beat these foes.
Oh, I know that. I have to learn quite a lot. Quite a lot.
And we shall learn together.
He's gonna like look back up with now like an excited, but a face we haven't seen in Avrith before. A one of just full of just like a crazy excitement,
Mm-hmm.
like a crazy man. It's just like, oh, we're gonna find a way, and it's almost just like a switch turned on, and then we're gonna just walk out.
Okay. So you can walk out and you can head to your bedroom. Cyrus, you are already there, getting comfortable in your bed, assuming.
Yes.
Okay. Avrith, you walk in, and what are you doing when you walk in?
Like when we walk out,
No, you're walking. You're going in. You're walking into your bedroom right now.
is Gage anywhere to be seen? Probably not. Huh?
He can be if you want him to be.
Mm,
Do you
no,
want to
it's
call for
fine.
him? Okay.
Nah, that'll be fine.
So you walk into your room. Are you just throwing yourself on your bed? What are you doing?
I'm going to the closet. I'm grabbing a fucking blanket. I'm going to bed, dude.
Okay.
I
Easy
want an
enough.
extra blanket.
So you lay down on your bed and you feel something underneath your pillow.
Gage, what are you? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna kind of like perk up quick and then feel for it.
Yeah, you feel a leather pouch.
Um, I'm gonna shake it a little bit and then inspect.
You pull it out and it has an engraving on it.
Oh,
N-O.
do I recognize this engraving?
You remember from earlier today, Naveen was engraving
Right.
her initials
Wait, is
on
this
a
wood?
leather. No, it's a leather pouch.
Oh, it's a leather pad. Oh, wait. Huh.
And then you see what looks like a stem of a rose sticking out from under your pillow as well.
Hmm. Stem. Okay. I'm just gonna look at it very curiously and
You pull it out, and the flower bud itself, usually, when you look at a rose, it's a bright red color. However, this one is different. It's got a green and blue tint to it, almost matching the color of your eyes.
I'm not asleep,
Huh.
right? Correct.
You are seeing this.
I'm just like
Yo.
looking in shock.
What you got there?
Around
Um,
the stem, there is a tightly knotted piece of paper.
I'm gonna look at Cyrus and be like, I'm gonna unravel the piece of paper to start reading.
Okay, you start reading it, and it says, "That taco was pretty good, so I think you earned this ooh." And there's this small drawing.
Do I know what ooh means in this world?
And there's a small drawing underneath. It's like a faceless person, and they're doing like the fingers together.
Oh, I'm gonna look at Cyrus and I'm like, do we know anyone with initials of
Yes, we
ooh,
do.
woo?
We just do. Woo?
Yeah, W
Cinna
U or
has
U
puked
W
at the
U.
other
Do we
side
know
of the
that?
academy.
And
I'm just gonna go up and put my arm on Havershel's like, buddy, I don't
Um,
think those are initials, and I think the whole point is that it's not meant to be thought of too much. I think it's a love letter.
oh, I
written
Are
are you
underneath
sure?
where it says the ooh and the drawing, it says, "O made an alteration." N-O.
Oh, N-O. Huh. Well, I guess this was our space friend, or void friend, or sky friend.
Yes,
Um, huh.
our new friend.
This is the bag of holding, right? Or is this just
Yes,
like a bag?
it
Okay.
is a bag currently, but there is a note that says an alteration was made
To the
to
leather
the
thing?
bag. To
Can
the bag.
I
Oh,
make an insight check to see?
You can certainly try. Go for it.
Oh, what do I
okay.
see?
You open up the bag. There's a slight chill coming from inside.
Oh,
I know what this is.
I like it. I like icy.
It's also very interesting to you both because the effect is happening in your dorm room
Wait, not from the bag, just the dorm room
from
itself?
the bag. It's
Oh,
coming from the bag, but you are in your dorm room.
oh. I'm gonna look at Cyrus and like, but do we know what AC probably wouldn't exist here? Is this like a temperature alteration device?
I don't think it's that complicated, but
Oh,
whatever Naveen did, I think because she's from a different world where magic exists, I think it can persist in our
can I put my
world.
hand in it?
You can. It's pretty chilly inside
I
the
want to put
bag.
my hand in it and see if I can like if it's like a different realm or anything, or it's just like
Uh,
what the heck?
so you are aware of how a bag of holding works. When you reach inside, it's a regular bag, but
Yeah.
unless you're thinking of something, then you could pull it out if it's in the bag.
Okay. I'm gonna think of snow.
Okay. You think of snow and you get nothing.
Damn. Well, I thought that might have worked. All right. I'm gonna close the bag then,
Okay.
and just keep it tightened, and yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Cyrus and be like, "How how did she get here?
You know,
Magic?
you know, I don't know, but also let's go to bed.
I yeah, yeah. I
Let's not
had
worry
enough
about it.
thinking for today.
I'm sure we'll see her again at some
I'm
point.
gonna put the note safely into a drawer next to my bed. I'm gonna just like be going to sleep thinking about what the fuck does W or UWU mean? And then I'm gonna be like this, and the two fingers. I'm like, maybe she was finger gunning. Hmm. I'm gonna look over at Cyrus. Hey, Cyrus, can you finger gun again for me?
Oh my gosh.
I'll very entirely go. Yeah. I don't think it's the whole pointy fingers together, dude. She didn't have her thumbs up like I do.
Oh, maybe she just forgot to draw that. Hmm. I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Just go to sleep.
And so you guys do go to sleep. And we are wicked late on our break, so we're gonna go ahead and take a very quick one now.
We're like
Now let's just
almost
Um,
3 hours
go
in already.
Well, we started late because of the
Yeah.
technical
Oh, right.
difficulties.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I was trying to get to that, get a little past where we usually take break, but the scene was going longer, and I didn't want to interrupt the flow.
That means it's school time, baby. It's
All right.
schooling time.
All right. So before we jump into the classes, we're all
Altercations have
ready
been made.
to we're all ready to come back?
Yeah.
Okay. So before we jump into the classes, there are two things that happened during the week. I know we're late on the break, but coming back, we're ending fairly soonish within the next like 30 or so ish minutes.
Oh, really?
s-
Goddamn.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, it's already 11 o'clock, so usually ending around like 11:30. So I want to get to these two things that happened during the week, and we can start game with the classes next week.
Oh, okay.
So during the week, sent. Actually, it's fantastic that you were working in the disciplinary office on Monday.
Hmm.
You go to your morning diplomacy class. We will deal with that role next time, next week. And as you walk in, Hugo is on shift, and he looks at you as you walk in, and he says, "Oh, wasn't expecting you to come in today."
I said that was gonna be here Monday and Thursdays.
You did say that. You know, night shift brain, and
Late
I just
night, you were
forgot.
focused on your work. It's all
Yeah.
right.
I was actually right in the middle of writing your note, but I don't need to do that anymore. And he crumples a piece of paper and throws it over his shoulder. So I got the notice from Show that the rework gets in place. You're the head of the department. Fantastic.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. Even though I'm the senior member and I should be, jealous or something, I'm actually really relieved. I think you're a little more suited for the head of the department role than I would be ever.
You know, I never wanted this, right?
Well,
just-
I know,
I
but
feel it's needed though.
and that's why I think you're more suited, even though I'm in it's anyway.
While he's stammering, he's just gonna walk over to Hugo, both hands on his shoulders. We're
Mhm.
doing this together. It's not just me. It's not just you. All right,
Right.
we have a team together. We are a team.
Right, team.
Okay.
Thank you. So, between Cecilia and myself, I usually work Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Cecilia works Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday.
You say Monday what in Friday?
Also do the schedule.
Oh, cool. Thank you. I was starting to type. I was like, hold on.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Significant voice.
Don't worry, I'm putting it in. I'm putting it in your twin notes.
You are amazing. Thank
You're
you.
you're welcome. So, he says that to you, and then he says, and with the influx of members, I don't know if you wanted to work on a different schedule now that we're a little more full. We can afford to do that. So Cecilia and I aren't working every single day, but that's fine too if you want us. You want both of us on alternating schedules for the whole day.
We will have a bit of an alteration. Yes, we might have some changes to the to our roster as well. That had come about recently. Nothing's. I don't want to put anything concrete on the table just yet, but a certain friend of ours might be joining the committee.
All right. Well, I mean, however, whatever, it's fine with me. I know you know what you're doing, and anything you don't know what you're doing, I'm here to help.
His hand just stays on his shoulder. Don't discount yourself. You know just as much as I do, if not more. You've been doing this position a little bit longer.
It's just a tad.
We're still working on this together.
Yeah, of course. Well, so on that note, there were 4 issues submitted yesterday and today. The first ones of the year. Hooray! Good for us. Go us. So, well, here you go. And he passes over 4 pieces of paper,
Okay.
and I'm going to upload them to the disciplinary committee text log in the Discord.
So is it like? Oh, so we can all see it?
Also,
Oh,
to those who are
yes.
watching the video on YouTube, I'm so sorry. I forgot to switch it off the break screen until Chad just yelled at me. Anyway, so
chat. Thanks, chat.
4 pieces of paper, the disciplinary committee issue forms. I don't know if Ellie, you want to pull them up as Cyrus is looking at them so people can see my lovely handiwork.
as I
Ooh.
download all of
I'm
them
looking
really
at them?
quick. As I casually just download them really quick. Don't mind me. So we'll do the
All right.
addition one. Wait, hold on. Which one do you want to do first?
Who's that to?
To you.
Yes.
Oh, to me? Let me look at him. Let's look at Selena's first.
Of course. Of course.
So, all right. Oh man. Let me know when you have it up, Val.
It's kind of up.
Kind of. Okay. So, oh, dude, this is very clean. I like this. Good shit.
Thank you.
Let's see. Selena Magne Forti. The date was the 14th of August.
Which
Third
is
year.
the current date.
I just remembered what the other thing that has to happen. God damn it.
Mhm. Current status, third year. They do live in the academy dorms. They're in third year dorms, yes. Location of incident everywhere over the past few days. Okay. The incident is someone's been following them. Probably one of their disgruntled clients. Hoping you can figure out who it is and make them stop. And the witnesses is Dana Rainmore, their roommate. It's the first time they've raised this concern. Okay. Hmm. Oh, fuck. Why don't we go to Addison, I guess. I'll make this faster. But yeah.
Okay.
So it's in the it was their faculty. Okay. It was they live in the teachers' dorms. Location of the incident was a supply shed overnight the day before. Aiden figured out who was vandalizing the agricultural equipment used for lessons is a blatant disregard for school rules and to please investigate. Okay. And then Celeste Lush is their 5th year and they don't live in the dorms. It was yesterday. They don't know the incident. They don't know when it happens. They don't know the time. They think their brother Roland is in trouble and they're not sure if they can help or if we can help. Would it be possible to make sure they're okay?
This strikes a chord with you, son, because you just met Roland Lush the other day at the dinner party.
Oh shit, that was the one who seated me, wasn't it?
He was, yeah, he was.
He's gonna keep note of that one. Kind of clutch the paper a little tightly after he reads the name. And then anonymous one is a first year. They do not give info on the dorm they live in or anything. Oh shit. Incident all year in the fencing club. I recently joined the fencing club and the older students have been bullying me. The real leader is Cardwin Lawrence. Please, can you help me? All right, shit. We already got our work cut out for us, Hugo.
Yeah, we do. This is interesting. Well, I mean, you know, we don't have to solve all 4 in one day. As long as we get them done, I think we should be okay.
We have a team, and this team will help us. We can figure this out together. All of these.
Definitely.
We'll give it some time. But for now, how much paperwork did you go through last night?
About half of this, and he places the other half down, and it actually looks bigger than what you saw last night. Alessandra came by earlier this morning and said that her new friend would be of help.
No friend.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. let's do a little work.
Okay. And he rolls up his sleeves, and you guys can get to work on your paperwork.
Fucking paperwork.
Paperwork. And that is the rest of your shift with that. All right. Cyrus. Hello, Cyrus. How's it going?
Hi, omnipotent voice.
Hello. On Tuesday, you go to the drama club, the theater, for your practice.
You see Scent waving in the crowd.
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna awkwardly wave
Wait,
back.
are we
and
already
there's-
on Tuesday?
We're skipping. We're gonna do the classes next time. I'm just
Oh,
doing.
gotcha.
I'm just
gotcha.
doing
Yeah,
scenes
yeah,
that I want to get through because we're getting close to the end of session, so we can just knock out all the classes at the beginning of session
all
and just
good.
roll right into
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna wave back and then just like awkwardly wave back and like, ah, and just
Finger
go and,
guns.
after he does that, I'm just gonna like put my hand up so I can't see him, and I'm just gonna keep looking away and or walking towards where I need to. It's like,
You begin walking towards where you need to, and somebody walks up to you, and he's like, "It's a younger man, and you don't know him directly." He says, "Are you Cyrus Blackwood?"
uh, yeah, that's me.
The drama club president, Annabella Singer wants to see you.
Oh, okay. Sure. Just tell me where to go. I'll see her.
Yeah, if you go right behind that curtain over there, her office is just down the hall.
Yeah, say less. I'll do it. I
Okay.
will. Thank you. I'll be there right now.
Okay. So you walk down the hall, and you are there. It is a very decorative door that you are seeing. It is very bright and colorful, but it is closed. What would you like to do?
I would like to knock.
Okay, you knock on the door and you hear, kind of muffled from pretty far in the room, say, "Come on in."
I shall accept the invitation.
Okay. You walk in and it is just like the door. It is very colorful, very vibrant, just different costumes strewn across the floor, hanging up on the walls. And in the very back of the room, behind a very clean looking desk, is what looks like a circular curtain, just tall enough for like one person to be in there and just big enough for one person. And strewn over the top of it is the school uniform. And you hear from inside is, "Are you Cyrus?"
Yeah, that's me. I was told you asked to see me.
"Yes." And the curtain flies open and she walks out, and she is a very dark-skinned looking elf. She has golden eyes and she's wearing a farmer's outfit. And she walks over to the table and she poses on the table and says, "Well, how do I look?" And she stands off the table and does the twirl. "We just finished this costume and I want to make sure it screams, 'Low-class farmer girl meets the man of her dreams, noble boy.'" And she poses
Well,
again.
I definitely can see that. I would agree.
Hmm.
If anything, maybe adding some more what's the right word? Adding some more damage to the outfit, specifically placed damage. That might help sell
Hmm.
the more low class farm girl meets the boy of her dreams. So
Interesting.
maybe like some tears on the knees, maybe like a broken like sleeve on the shirt. Maybe if like
Intentional damage. Yes. And she excitedly turns around and she runs behind the curtain and whips it closed. And in seconds, you just see clothes flying over the top of the curtain. And the curtain flies open again. And this time, she's wearing a masculine suit. And she says with a deeper voice, "Pompous noble from far off with an ice heart, waiting for his true love to melt his cold demeanor." And she poses again and looks at you. Good?
uh
Yes? No?
I think so. Depending on who you would cast as them, maybe playing up the idea of them truly being stuck up, conformed by the rules of their kingdom, and their society, maybe having their hair slicked all the way back with some sort of gel, and making sure maybe even giving them like not necessarily a corset, but maybe an undercoat, another like a vest as well to go with that.
Hmm.
Make it seem as though like the outfit is truly constricting them. It's very tight, very form fitting. Also might show off some assets you might want to show off if you're aiming for somebody quite attractive, maybe show off what they gotta show off, you know what I'm saying? And I'll like do a little awkward finger guns at her.
Hmm. She like slightly frowns and then smiles as she like looks up at the ceiling. "Interesting." And she turns around and walks behind the curtain again. And just again clothes fly off of and out of the the dressing area,
Mhm.
and she swings it open again, and she's wearing a bathrobe, and she walks over and sits at her desk. I guess I got some crazy luck today. That was
Crazy. How?
very helpful insight.
I'm just glad it was helpful.
And I'm
valuable.
glad that you came. So please sit.
Okay. And I'll just waddle my way through the cavalcade of clothes that are probably
Mhm.
in front of me. Be
Yep.
careful not to step on any of them and just sit down and just be like, so, you wanted to see me, right?
I did. I saw you last week. I heard about your practice that you were going to go to today. And needless to say, I was impressed.
Thank you. I don't really have any formal training, and I thought this might be uh, good for me to break out of my normal habits.
Your raw talent was impressive. I think you got some real chops. And, not for nothing, but I think you should join the drama club.
I won't lie. I did contemplate that, especially
She
after being told, I had a callback. So, yeah,
Interesting.
big, tiny finger
Well,
guns.
whether or not you decide to join, she slides a piece of paper across the desk, which I'm going to send to you right now.
Ooh.
Dun, 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 dun,
You
dun,
can put it in my notes if you
dun.
want, if it makes it easier too.
I'm going to do that.
Cool.
Bum-ba-dum. There you go. And Vel, I don't know if you want to open that. I know you can open it if you want to. Just so everybody can see my hard work.
I will open it and not look at it.
Yes.
We appreciate your hard work,
Thank you.
gamer,
Yes,
so fucking
thank you.
much.
I love all the colors.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm closing the Bell Stream, so I don't look at it. We're not closing,
Cool.
but tabbing out.
Tabbing out. Yeah.
Click the right button. There we go.
And then minimize that OBS.
Cool.
I have my eyes closed, so if I need to scroll
That's
down
valid.
dashing, let me know.
Okay.
Drama club application form. Name, year, did another member refer you? If yes, who? Do you have prior experience? If yes, what have you done before? You live in the academy dorms? Yes, no. And your room number, address. Member benefits. Should you decide to join our club, please enjoy the following benefits. Day and night access to the theater for practicing purposes only, unless there's a play or other event scheduled. Private lessons from the club president. Group lessons off school hours, and access to the drama club after parties, which are covered by the club funds, or at least the club, cover charges. I think you had me at name.
You can keep scrolling, Val.
So, I mean, I think this would be fun. Think, yeah. Then, where do I sign?
That's the
outside
end,
of
Val.
Oh, okay.
She looks at you surprised and she says, "Oh, wow! I didn't have to convince you or anything."
No, I see. I enjoy what I've done so far, and I see myself gaining a lot from joining the drama club. And I think I gained some valuable insight,
Watch back my
skills,
mic.
and I think I would enjoy just growing as a performer person, and see where I can't be.
I am nothing but pleased right now. You've no idea how happy this makes me. Raw talent aside, I think that this is. I think you're gonna fit great. Now, see, I was actually quite concerned, because I knew you were on the student council, that you were just gonna tell me no. And I don't really want that kind of heat from the DC because they're kind of sketchy. So.
Oh, you have my word. The disciplinary committee is nothing as it was previously. I may be only an aide, but I can vouch that they are much, much better. And since I am only but an aide, I'm not always needed, so I can be where I need to be.
Well, good. That makes me glad to hear, and I'm happy that you're wanting to sign up. Here's a pen, by the way, and she hands you a pen.
Thank you. And I'll just hurriedly fill it all out.
Mm-hmm. And she takes it and she says, "All right, you're in," and she just shoves it in her desk.
Great.
Um,
So what do I do now?
well, now you're all set. Good, great, even. Welcome aboard. Glad to have
Cool. Thank you. Quick question.
you. Mm-hmm.
I've never done anything makeup related
Mm-hmm.
before.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you to teach me how?
Yes, of course.
Great.
That's what the private lessons mean.
Oh, awesome. Cool. Yeah, I figured, but it's like lessons isn't I thought meant directly towards acting, not necessarily just the other things involved. You know.
Drama
Sorry.
club encompasses a lot. You'll
Yeah. Well,
find that my
that's why
wealth
I'm
of
here to learn.
knowledge. You'll find that my wealth of knowledge is pretty deep in all aspects.
Then I am very much looking forward to being here and
Hmm.
learning from you, Miss President.
Yes, Annabella, please.
Yes. All right, Annabella.
Now, unless you have any more questions, you can go. Have a great week at school. We'll
Oh, sure. One question
see you
for
around the
you.
theater. What?
Does I know by being in the club, I have day and night access
Mm-hmm.
to the theater, but is there a
Yep.
specific day that the entire club is present, or when we meet, or is it just sort of whenever?
It's pretty loose. It's not exactly super formal or that you need to be here at a certain time and blah blah blah. And what kind of ship am I running? If there is a group lesson, everyone will know. If there's a private lesson, then my schedule's full up. All you gotta do is ask. There's no
Understood.
group schedules for this week that I'm aware of, unless there is. I'd have to check. But as far as I'm aware, there isn't. I don't really run the group schedules, so you'll have to talk to some of the other members. Usually they get together and it's like impromptu training, kind of like what's going on today, a little bit out there. But just not on the middle of the day, between classes. These this
Sure.
the impromptu lessons happen more in the afternoon, late evening.
Awesome. And actually, while it's on my mind,
Hmm.
there is one other thing I'd like to inquire and see if you couldn't teach me. You changed costumes incredibly fast.
I did.
Could you teach me how to do that at some point?
She leans forward on her desk. That's a special skill. You sure you're up to the challenge?
I'll lean in a little bit and say, only one way to find out. Think I am.
Hmm. I guess we'll have to see what you're made of. And she
Indeed.
sits back in her desk. All right, get out.
Okay. I'll just stand up and leave.
Yeah. As you walk out, she says, "Oh, I'm giving you a role in One Grung Above. By the way, I'll get you a
Oh,
script."
okay, cool. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. And you can go ahead and leave.
I'll say to myself, oh, that was easy. Can't believe I gotta play in the part in the play after. Dang. Okay. Well. Dope. I'm sure I'll be able to learn a lot here. And I'll just start walking back towards the stage.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, with all of that happened during the school week, that is where we are going to go ahead and end session, just shy of
Damn, so I got
11:30.
nothing entertaining going on, huh?
Not
You're
yet.
boring this week.
Not yet. Not yet.
There is something cool though.
Yeah, we skipped over
A
it.
certain somebody's birthday.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Tomorrow.
You are
Oh,
actually you are
nice.
correct. At one day during lunch, all of you
Oh.
did meet up, and a cake was brought for Cyrus.
Let's go, free cake.
Don't ask how we found out.
How'd you find out?
I said don't fucking ask.
I'm asking, how'd you find out? I
Just-
even forgot my birthday was today.
Look,
Can Gage just
information
like
is our
slowly
game.
nudge away from the corner of the room?
Yeah, Gage slowly makes his way to the corner of the room into a shadow, just kind of
Yeah.
chuckling to himself.
Do I notice Gage? Do I notice Gage prior to like him disappearing?
Easy enough. He's laughing loud enough to where he's not his usual just fade to black.
Oh yeah, you see Set look over and give him a wink.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be like, "Damn you, Gage!"
Yeah, anyway,
Noticeably, on top of it, it's very Shinami themed. It's very interesting.
hold on,
Very
I have a question.
interesting.
Yes.
I'm gonna send it in DMs.
Okay. And as you're sort of all standing around the cake, you just kind of hear from somebody nearby. It says, "Why do I smell pickles?"
Oh no.
Oh, that's oh, sorry about that. I was gifted a jar of pickles as well, and this weird little bag I received last night. I don't know where it came from.
There were pickles in that bag?
I felt around and I found it. I mean,
What the hell is she putting in that bag?
I've asked
I
my
don't know,
question.
but she likes pickles, I guess.
Oh, buddy. I'm gonna put my arm on that brush and be like, "You poor, sweet, innocent bean."
Dane leans over and he lights one of the candles, and where it looked like there was kind of like a field of ice and snow made of frosting above the top layer of the cake, it starts to lightly fade away as it turns into like a misty fog running down the side, and underneath is very well written handwriting that says, "Happy Sweet 16, Cyrus."
All right. Who's the funny man? Who's the funny man?
Cinna starts running out of the cafeteria.
I'm going to lift this cake up and I'm gonna chase after Cinna, and I'm going to attempt to yeet it
cake!
at her.
No, it's cake.
Oh, the cake!
Sen's just gonna
And I make
chase
an
after.
athletics check.
Sen's just gonna chase after to try and catch the cake.
Acrobatics.
Yeah. Yep.
Can I try to catch the cake when he throws it? Oh my god.
Roll.
Roll
no.
for it.
What would I roll though for this? Try to catch it as he throws it, like just sprinting full bore past him.
I will say
I would like to make a mad dash on the floor also to try and
Wait,
catch
wait,
it.
wait. Pause. If they're both trying to catch it, does that mean I get advantage?
You get
No,
one side, I get the other.
no.
Damn it!
No, it doesn't.
Oh my
I will however give Cyrus or Scent advantage to try and catch the cake.
Sent.
Huh?
Avarat.
You mean Avrith
I'm
and
gonna
Sin?
get advantage to catch the cake after
Oh.
I throw it.
He's gonna catch the
Sorry,
cake.
Avrith or Avrith or Scent, sorry.
What would you like the roll to be?
Let's go. I'll give you guys a choice: athletics or acrobatics.
You roll. You roll,
See you
Avrith.
guys.
Advantage? All right.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
No.
I think I'm eating dirt, bro. I think I'm eating dirt.
You are eating dirt, Avrith and Scent, as you both go diving under, trying to work together to catch this cake.
We bonked.
And Cyrus, you very deftly are able to chuck this cake, and it just splat right over the back of Senna's head.
She flops and falls over at the impact of this cake.
He's just gonna Sen's just gonna kind of get up, walk over to Cinna, and it just smacked you in the back, right?
It's like
it
in my
hit
fur.
the
I
back of
headshot her.
It hit the back of her head, and she just face planted.
Literal fatality.
He's just gonna go over and just
Someone
like
should be
sit
ahead.
down. Does anybody have a fork?
I'm just gonna walk up afterwards, grab my hand, take my hand, grab a chunk of the cake, and take a bite out of it.
You know what's fair? He's
Is
just
it
gonna
good?
dig in with his hand.
I really hope
gonna
Gage.
be
I'm
just,
asking
like,
the omnipotent
5
voice.
feet
Voice,
away,
is he
grabbing
good?
it.
It's delicious.
I'm really hoping that Gage bought a second cake that doesn't have cat fur in it.
Gages comes out of the shadows next to you guys, holding a new cake.
What the
Thanks,
fuck?
Gage.
Hey,
He predicted
Does this
it,
have a
he's so
Sweet 16
smart.
message on it, or does it actually say how old I am?
It says your actual age, Master Cyrus.
Thank you. Screw you, Cinna. Enjoy your cake. This is mine. And I'm just gonna get up, take the cake from Gage, and go back to the cafeteria.
she like goes
And
to
you
shake it off
can.
and join him.
As you can.
Sen's just gonna take off his jacket and start just using his jacket as a towel.
And that is where we are going to end game. Officially, happy early birthday, Rye.
Yes,
Happy
right.
early birthday.
Happy early birthday,
Right.
Zeph!
Zeph. Sorry.
It's all good.
Technically, it is right because Zeph hasn't debuted yet, so they can't have a
That's
birthday.
Shut up.
Happy early birthday, Zeph!
Unless
Thank
Zeph
you.
has a canonical birthday.
Zeph's birthday is also tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Oh, very nice.
I am Zeph.
Ah.
That was so cathartic.
I
so
also
good.
would like to say
Birthday.
the amount of compliments that everyone got during this session was insane. Not only from my channel, but I'm sure Val's as well. Like, everyone was so excited to see what was happening.
Morg's comment, like not even like 15 minutes ago, was so sweet.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
was
if anyone else
literally
besides Val
gonna
and I
take a
saw it.
screenshot and send it
Oh.
to Dashin because I didn't know if he saw it or not. But it was like
Yeah.
I posted on Twitter, yeah. It was
I
I
haven't been
feel like
able to keep up with either chats really, unless other than like save a few messages, but like
I'll send
no,
you
I
this one,
haven't,
Dashin. Also, thank you
Yeah,
for
it
the
was-
been
Sweet
able to
16
fully
thing.
read.
So
Thank you
Morg
so
had
much.
said,
I feel like I'm playing a Persona game right now. Hee hee.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
it's like, oh shit, that's what we want with this fucking
Campaign.
campaign. Yeah, it's just
Coley!
The pickles.
that fucking Coley. Oh my god.
Coley.
Dude.
I was
Naveen.
legitimately worried that the cake was gonna be pickle cake when you said that like somebody
Oh,
smelled
no.
pickles, and then you brought that up. I was like,
Oh my god,
What?
Zane, I'm so glad you rolled with that.
God damn
How
it,
did you said that?
Naveen.
Like, I know who put him up to this.
that's why initially I was like, I'm throwing the cake because I thought it was gonna be pickle flavor. That's why I was like, is the cake good? Is the cake good?
For those in Zane's chat, I know you guys were asking a lot of questions throughout the session, and Striker and I think Zane as well tried to answer. If you still have questions or you just like want to know about our specific little homebrew, please ask. Especially now that we're in post, like please
Oh yeah,
ask.
no. Please
Yeah.
ask, and also if you guys are curious about everything up to this point, we have almost every single session up on YouTube.
As of tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., every session except for this one will be up there.
There you go.
Nice.
It's in the
Over
pinned message
on
on
the
Zane's channel,
Dashcast.
actually. So yeah.
Yeah, if you guys wanted to go click there, it has the VOD.
It even has session 0, which goes over everything in the world. It doesn't go over our characters specifically, because in session 0 we haven't made them yet. But it was a brief overlook of how the world happens, what does it mean for like the personas to exist and everything, especially in a world of where our world does not have magic. So
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
which is
please.
why during the session when Avrif was looking at the bag, there was cold emitting from it because it is a world without magic. Very interesting. Just point that out.
bro, you said
Interesting, that's
exactly
why
what
it's
you said what it
magic,
was,
yeah.
and I knew what it was.
Oh, yeah.
I got so excited.
You can add a bag of colding to your inventory.
I've said that I think in either in my chat or Zane's chat, and I was like, it's a bag of colding. Like I know because I had one in my last campaign that I did for my little vampire whammon.
What's it actually
Freaking-
called? I can't find it.
Fat
Colding.
colding.
Holding.
So
Oh,
like
it's not an actual
yeah.
item.
I think
Should
I
be.
can
It
add it
is.
to your
I'm pretty
inventory
sure
if you
it
can't
is.
find it.
Oh,
Yeah, bag
okay.
of colding.
I just see
COLD.
bag of like everything else, but
Bag of.
Let's see.
hold on, let me look at Amy's sheet really quick.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's there.
it's an item. It's a wondrous item, so it's blue. If you go to your
Ooh,
inventory,
hang on. Let me look at your
don't see it.
settings real quick.
oh,
Just try typing cold.
Hold on.
Or
Oh,
cold-
you
cold.
have homebrew content turned off.
ah,
Oh.
How do I turn that on?
Refresh your sheet. I just turned it on for you.
Let's go.
Okay.
But yeah, so it goes over exactly of like Dashing's whole 1 week escapade of creating the world that we kind of just came up with
there it
together. I do want to say, thank you so much for over 100 videos on the first
100
100
videos.
views.
Dang.
100
Videos,
views.
goddamn.
Shut up. I'm so tired. 100 views on sessions 0, 1, 2, and 3.
Mhm.
Like, that's fucking insane. As well as in total from Twitch streams and YouTube videos, we've collected about over 4,000 to 5,000 views, which is insane.
Amazing.
awesome.
Crazy. Yeah, if you would have told me that number, freaking what, 3-4 months ago when we started, that we were gonna be up by that around that number of like people actively watching or passively watching, would never have believed you.